The following is a presentation of The Day.
It is senior night, and it's a crisp evening on the campus of New London High School, and Canamella Field is ready for a rivalry. The home New London High School Wailers and the visiting East Lyme Vikings. And you'll be watching it all live on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health, voted the #1 best dental practice 5 years in a row in the day's Reader's Choice Awards. You can visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. And tonight for New London, it's all about the calendar, and for East Lyme, it's all about the heart.
Calendar and heart. Great lead in, Casey. And how about this? Welcome back, Friday night football. Friday night under the lights. 3-2 New London coming in today, Casey, against a 4-2 East Lyme team who took it on the chin last week against the #1 team in the state in the hand, who doesn't hand beat up. But obviously, East Lyme looking to rebound, get to 5-2, and Johnny Burns looking to get his New London Whaler team to 4-2.
Well, in order to do that, New London's going to rely heavily on the aforementioned Jalen Callender. The junior can do a little bit of everything. He and junior Frankie Pratt will have to take the lead. They'll get the ball first here tonight in the best uniforms in all of the Eastern Connecticut.
Of course they are.
The green and gold of the New London High School Whalers. East Lyme kickoff in the white, and the Whalers will have the first possession, and it is Callender heading straight up the field. Callender has a hole. Callender's speed. It's a foot race. Off to the races. Jalen Callender is gone. 6-0 Whalers. No flags. And I think we just turned to the calendar. November 1st is a good night here at Whalerville.
Welcome back. Friday Night Lights starts with a boom and a bang. Wow. We talk about him, Casey. We featured him all week long. Jalen Callender. He turned on the Jets at about the 50-yard line. Untouched, my friend.
What a start for New London. And, we were going to talk about the Whalers' difficulty moving the football on offense.
There.
That's the way. Hey, listen, for them to win tonight, they were going to have to use defense and special teams to give them some points, and they did exactly that. A quick 6-0 lead like that. Defense and special teams putting points on the board.
Yeah, special teams. They don't call them special teams for nothing. How about that? Special teams making special plays. Huge run. Wow. What a jolt that put in here at Commentator Field.
And we're waiting for New London to come out for the extra
touchdown.
point.
Touchdown? A flag, wasn't there?
To see what the officials are saying.
Unsportsmanlike maybe against New London. A celebration. They deserve that penalty. I'd probably have one of those myself down there.
Well, while New London sets up for the extra point, we talk a little bit about what we talked about in the lead-in, which was the Hearts. Welcome back as not only Friday Night Lights, but welcome back to the Hart Foundation. Right? The Hart Foundation here at East Lyme. Brothers Blaine and Cam Hart both were nicked up at some point, and Blaine Hart hasn't been seen since early in the season.
Yep.
So they're both back and active tonight. And so the Hearts will be there. East Lyme will have its most complete team that it's had since week 1.
Well, I like to run the football, too. They like to get behind the big offensive line and run the football. And Blaine's a big piece to that puzzle, that's for sure.
Snap is good, and the kick is up and through. And the Wailers jump on top to a 7-0 lead right here off the bat.
Yeah, body language tells you everything. The Wailers are all jumping around, bouncing around, and East Lyme kind of hanging their heads a little bit right now.
You mentioned Friday Night Lights. And the thing about Friday Night Lights is it's become a thing around the country, whether it's here in New England or down in the SEC land, down in Tennessee, or out in Texas. You know what? Right now, down in Tennessee, there are people getting geared up for Friday Night Lights. Up in New Hampshire, they're getting geared up for Friday Night Lights. Out in California, Texas, Friday Night Lights. So it's nice to be back under the lights where we belong here on Friday night.
We've been doing games at 4 o'clock, 4:30. We've been doing games on Saturday afternoons. And, for me, high school football, this is what high school football is all about. So, yeah, it does feel good to be back.
I mentioned Tennessee because I was watching the Vols game over the weekend. Also great uniforms. Love the burnt orange.
Sure, yeah.
But, it occurs to me that's that Friday Night Lights is ubiquitous because today at 2:30, whether you were a teacher or a school official in New London, Connecticut, or in Tennessee or in California, you were looking at your watch going, we got to get out of here. Game time's coming.
Yeah, game day is coming to New London High School, that's for sure.
So New London will take the kickoff. They'll be backed up all the way to their own 25-yard line. So East Lyme will have really good field position, and the Hearts are out on the field right now. They're going to be out there to return the kick. So East Lyme should get great field position, which plays into what they want to do, which is run the football.
Yep. Yeah, we'll talk about Noah Perry, their senior quarterback, but their big offensive line. We'll get into that and see how they can. They just took a big uppercut right there from New London. See how they answer.
Senior Charles Ziegler, he of the extra point, will boot it away for New London. We mentioned again, ball at the 25-yard line.
We've had one play in this game. It seems like it's taking forever.
Yeah, it's true.
A
little lull after that initial
shenanigans and after the touchdown, and
we went boom on the kickoff, and then a little fizzle. It's like a balloon. So Ziegler will kick off. East Lyme standing at their own 30-yard line. So right there tells you very good field position. I'd be shocked if they don't get this up to midfield.
Sure.
High spiraling kick comes down at the 30-yard line. Straight up the field is Owen Robbins. Robbins breaks to the outside, and Robbins crosses midfield over to the 45-yard line. So there's that field position that we talked about for the Vikings.
Talk about it right there. They'll set up shop 1st and 10 from the London 47-yard line, Casey. And kind of plays into their style of football. Like you said, they like to run the football, a little north-south style. Noah Perry, we talked to him about the quarterback. But the bread and butter of this team, my friend, is their offensive line.
Yeah, they like to push it around. We're going to see them run the ball a lot, and Perry can throw it when we don't expect him to, which is where that play action really comes into play. So right away, 4 receivers, and Perry will operate from the shotgun. And he hands the ball to Hart. Hart breaks a tackle and rumbles up close to a first down. Cam Hart on the first carry of the game. Nice job there. And I think there's going to be enough to move the chains, or are we going to call it 2nd and 1? 2nd and 1.
Straight power football up that right side. Nothing fancy about that. Hart picking some spots, gets himself into the second level, finishes a run just fine.
Right back to the same formation. Hart stands to the left of Perry from the shotgun. Again, straight up the middle. Hart will have a first down before he's wrestled to the ground.
Big number 50, Joseph Lucas, in on a tackle there, and that defensive line will be called upon to make some plays. And it's interesting right now to watch the first 2 plays out. East Lyme is seeming to own the line of scrimmage a little bit.
Joe Lucas is a senior. I feel like we've been calling his name here at New London for about
7 years.
7 years, but he's been playing for so long. He's a senior finally. Same formation again. Hart stands to the right, toss left to Hart. Pursued, cuts it inside, nice job, and breaks a tackle, and got inside of the Whaler linebacker, Keanu Gonzalez, who's really their energy guy on defense.
Good pickup, though, 7 yards on first down. All 3 running plays have gone to Hart, and all 3 plays for good yardage.
Well, Keanu Gonzalez, the junior linebacker for New London, he's their engine on defense. He's the guy that brings the hits and really gets them going defensively. If you're going to see a turnover tonight, he's likely to be in the mix. And Hart that time cut inside of him, and very nicely done for that 7-yard gain. So we'll call it 2nd and maybe 4. Handoff again, Hart, and he's close to a first down as he crosses the 25-yard line. I think that should be enough for a first. We'll see. It is.
Yeah, big holes on the offensive line, too. You and I could run through those right about now. The offensive line is doing some work up front.
You might be able to. You've been working out with Calvin. You might be able to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
With Calvin over there at advantage.
I don't know if I can.
He wanted to put me in pads the other day.
Yeah, timeout on the field. New London's
timeout New London, good thing. 4 straight running plays. I think we're good for almost 30 yards. And it's straight power football.
So we got some other
drive started at the 47, 27 yards.
We got some other action. It feels like it's been a long time since we've done a football game.
Yeah.
I kind of was looking for Colin Delaney when I came in tonight. It's been my guy.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time with him lately. It was nice to have you back.
Sure, a little soccer action, yeah.
Nice to have you back. Last time we were together, it was volleyball. So it's been a while since we've done a football game. It feels good.
Was it
Bacon Waterford?
Bacon Waterford was the last football game we did, yeah.
So it's been a while. But we got a lot more football coming. November, as we turn the page into November, our thoughts turn to football. There's some big games coming up.
Yeah, NFA next week, yeah.
Killingly. We're going to get, of course, your Thanksgiving doubleheader and more to come. So, we turn our thoughts to football here as we go into November. Perry from the shotgun. Little screen pass out. It goes to Blaine Hart. Blaine Hart crosses the 25 down close to the 20. Nice pursuit on the edge by the Whalers, and they'll hold them to a 2-yard gain.
that short passing game kind of takes the place of the running game from time to time. And Hart's a kid that, obviously, this is the first time I've seen him all year, but we know he's dangerous. We know he can make some plays in the open field. We know he's a patient runner, can finish as well.
I mean, it's got to feel good for Cam Hart to be on the field with
his brother. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't had a chance to do that yet. And like we said, as we head into the stretch run now, and East Lyme has plenty of big games remaining. It starts here tonight as they trail 7-0 in the early going.
Answering that touchdown quite well here on offense this drive.
Yeah, the good field position, and they're capitalizing so far. Perry to throw over the middle, wide open. Robbins, touchdown, Vikings.
And that play action, the Blaine Hart got the defense to bite, and Noah Perry delivered the goods. Strike to Robbins.
I believe there is a flag on the play, and we might see
holding. No.
That might be a pick too. So let's see what they call.
It's coming back.
It looks like it's coming back.
Ineligible,
man, downfield. What a bad penalty for East Lyme on the play action pass. Somebody leaked.
How does that happen on that? That's just a straight play action. How does a lineman get that far downfield?
Yeah,
to see that again.
I mean, it's not like you're selling a screen or something like that. So, you're not blocking downfield. There's no reason to go downfield. But I'll tell you what, it's a bad break for East Lyme, but the play call was perfectly done.
Good throw by
Throw
Perry.
was on the money. Robbins, who we've seen all year long, was wide open. So now instead it's going to be 2nd and 14. Perry from the shotgun. Hands the ball off. Hart heading to the outside. Calendar's chasing him and tripped out of bounds as he gets to the sideline. Tackle out there made by Josiah Williams. And a gain of maybe a yard for Blaine Hart, and it'll bring up 3rd and long. Here's where New London has to get pressure. They have to get some pressure. 3rd and long. You know they're going to throw the football. You got to get to Perry. He's when he stands confident in the pocket, too easy.
Perry's showed flashes. They can make the throws.
From the shotgun, 3rd and 11. Straight drop. Going to set up a screen. Middle screen it goes. And a beautiful tackle from behind by Bollinger, it looks like.
Galbo on the reception that time.
A little screen pass to Scotty Galbo, and I think Ballinger was the guy that got up there and got him, and it brings up 4th down, and it'll be about 6, so they'll go for it.
Yeah, you have to go for it. No man's land down there, isn't it? 4th and 6 from the 20, 4th and 5 from the 20. Same type of play, maybe a bubble screen to the outside.
I was honestly a little surprised. They thought they were going to send the house too, which is why they went with that middle screen. I was a little surprised to see them run that there. Let's see what they come up with on 4th and 6. In motion of Robbins. Perry is going to roll to his left. Plenty of time. Steps up, going to run, and he's not going to get there. And there's our guy we were talking about, Keanu Gonzalez, with the stop, and the Wailers are going to hold.
Yeah, coverage sack that time. Credit the secondary. Nobody open in the pass pattern. And I'm surprised they kind of rolled Perry out. They cut the field in half there. He's coming back to his left. He's got to make that throw, Casey, across his body. Just couldn't pull a trigger on it.
Yeah, and I think Rudy Bagos has got to be really disappointed with that possession after setting up in such good shape.
Yeah.
His defense hasn't been on the field yet. This is the first time his defense, which is the bread and butter of East Lyme, has been on the field, and we're 8 minutes remaining in the first period. So, a good long possession that comes to naught. And now the Wailers will set up shop. Frankie Pratt's converted wide receiver, the junior at quarterback. Hands the ball off to Callender. Callender tries to bounce it to the outside, and nicely done by the Vikings as Hart steps up in and makes the tackle, and maybe a gain of 3.5 on 1st down.
I got a chance to speak to some of the coaches from London earlier today, and on the field just before the start of the game. They said, Francisco Pratt's is starting to get it a little bit, starting to get a feel for it. Yeah, we saw him back in Mike DeMar and I in week 1 versus New Canaan, and it was tough. It was a center quarterback exchange was tough. The little things weren't cleaned up, but they're 3-2 now, so you're not.
3-game winning streak.
Yeah, 3-game winning streak. Yes.
New Canaan and Xavier, two good teams. Handoff Callender on a run blitz, and he is buried. Cam Hart came in on a run blitz. Callender had no chance, and he stopped for a loss. It's going to go back to 3rd and 10.
And I think you're going to see a lot of that if you're in New London. You're going to see a lot of East Lyme selling out, trying to make Pratt beat with his arm. That's going to be dialed up quite a bit tonight.
I would like to see Callender run a wheel route one of these times, a play action wheel route, and see him. That's the way to defeat something like that. You know, it's funny. We mentioned Francisco Prats. His claim to fame, he's a game day legend.
Big touchdown catch.
One of the most watched videos in the history of game day is his touchdown catch against Killingly in the big upset here. And now he's a quarterback. So, I mean, you know, you're most known as a wide receiver. Now you're playing quarterback.
No safeties back for East Lyme.
Play action, blitz. He eludes it, and he's not going to elude the second guy. He avoided Galbo, but that was it. And that's the blitz there for East Lyme. Gets to him for the sack. Zachary Todd and Caleb Smith got to him after he avoided Galbo.
Got single coverage, Casey. No deep safety, no safety back whatsoever. And they're going to challenge New London and Frankie Prats to beat him with their arm. And they're sending a house, back-to-back plays. First it was a run blitz. Second time was just go get him.
Robbins and Scott Galbo will stand back. And again, they're expecting really good field position. They're going to get it on the New London side of things, barring something unforeseen. Good snap. The punt is shanked. Partially blocked or shanked, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Well, I don't know if that was blocked. I don't know if number 20 got a piece of that. Number 20 is Nate Hyman. I thought he got a piece of that. I'll have to get a look at that on the replay, but he was in there, and it was either a shank or a block.
Well, those of you that watch the outstanding feature know that Nate Hyman's working his butt off on the practice squad every week. You know, he's running the opposing stuff, and he plays with a reckless abandon. He is the Rudy Rudiger of the East Lyme Vikings. I mean, from when he said, I can't make my team better unless I go 100%, it was like watching a scene right out of the movie.
Look at his field position right here.
First down from the 12. Hand off to Hart, and a tackle made, and the helmet comes off. That's how you know you make a big tackle, is when your helmet comes rolling off onto the field.
Big man doing work down there, huh? Yeah, big number 65 down there for New London.
Trevon Christian,
yeah.
And he's coming off. You have to have a helmet check. Little equipment, little wardrobe malfunction.
Sophomore, huh?
Dante Henry's going to take his place, another sophomore. Yep, Wailers will play a lot of young kids.
Kid, yeah.
Second down and 10.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 12. No gain that time. Robbins and Hart and Galbo all go wide right. And Blaine Hart is the lone running back next to Perry. Perry going to keep it himself, left edge, and he's not going to get much. Nice job on maintaining the edge there by the defensive end of New London. And coming off of the pack for New London is J.D. McKenzie. That was a really nice job setting the edge right there.
Yeah, and a good job for the big people up front, too. You saw the first drive where East Lyme was just running the ball at will, Casey. Now, tough sledding up front for Hart.
And we're under 5 minutes remaining.
Position right now, 3rd down and 8, where East Lyme has got to find points in this drive.
Now, East Lyme does have a good field goal kicker as well, so this wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for them to kick it here. But I'd say if they get 3 yards or more on this play, they're going to go for it here. Same formation now, trips right, and Hart is the lone setback with Perry from the shotgun. New London's going to try to get some pressure. Perry's going to throw, plenty of time, corner route, in the air, caught.
Good throw.
Looks like that's going to be a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. Right now it's a touchdown for Cam Hart, but there is a flag.
That was a great throw to the back side of the pylon where only Hart could make a play on. I think it's offsides against New London. So we'll see. It is. It's going to be against New London. That was a tremendous throw to the back of the corner by Enzo by Perry.
Yep,
Huge throw.
Perry put it right on the pylon, right where it's supposed to go, into space. Hart comes down with it for the touchdown. We'll wait for the flag. The official says personal foul against New London.
Personal foul penalty against New London.
And he says declined, but I don't believe you can decline a personal foul
Take
penalty.
that on the kickoff?
It's going to be marked, should be marked off on the kickoff, yeah.
Touchdown was good.
But the touchdown will be good, which draws East Lyme to a point, 7-6. And here's where they do that funky thing here with the extra point.
Yeah, swinging gate. Is that what you call it?
Rusty gate.
Rusty gate, swinging gate, wooden gate.
Golden Gate, Heaven's Gate. I don't know, we can go on. We can go all day long.
But keep going.
Watergate.
No politics.
It's a hotel. New London doing the proper thing here and lining up like where they're supposed to.
The center giving, look at the center giving his emotion. I don't understand this.
I don't understand what the point of this is.
They're going to go for 2.
Yeah, that's what this is. Little bubble screen out there, and yep, that didn't work. All right, so
Yeah,
7-6.
isn't that
East Lyme
something?
trails by a point, and someone's going to have to explain this to me, only because we've been doing games for a long time. We've seen this about a dozen times, and
trick
we have
anybody.
never seen it work once.
Didn't trick anybody.
Never.
As soon as I saw the center motioning on his back end, his derriere, I said, they're going to go for 2.
So 4:19 remaining here in the first quarter, and as always, we should mention that Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile and your health are our top priority. They're located at 177 Boston Post Road or waterforddentalhealth.com.
Well, 7-6, and East Lyme had to the band down there, cheerleaders. This is Friday Night Football, but East Lyme again back-to-back field position, Casey, in the London territory, and off the shank, the block. We'll have to look at that, but they cashed in right there.
If East Lyme kicks this ball within 20 yards of Jalen Callender, someone should go down and tap Rudy Bagos on the shoulder and say,
what are you doing, Coach?
Can I have an explanation? We're going to send Mike tomorrow, right in the middle of the game,
Too cold for Mike
to
out there.
go down and ask that question if he kicks this ball to within 10 yards of Jalen Callender.
Too cold.
Because New London's run 3 offensive plays and didn't get a yard. East Lyme has had nothing but positive yards, and they're down 7-6 because of that kickoff. NFA 7, Fitch 7 in the first quarter.
Nice game right there.
That's a good game. That is a good game. But it's not what the viewers chose. The viewers have spoken, and they want New London East Lyme, and they are getting it. And as promised, line drive kick goes in the other direction and straight up the box for the Wailers to the 30-yard line.
It's a pretty good field position, seeing how East Lyme kicked off from the 50. That's really good field position.
That was taken by Marquise White. The junior got it up to the 30-yard line. And absolutely, Sports Doctor, it is good field position, but here's the problem. They haven't moved the ball at all.
I understand.
East Lyme is sending the house at them.
Right,
So
I understand.
we're going to find out right now what Johnny Burns and company have
There's
moved. What chess piece are they
right.
going to
There's going to be a lot of pressure up the middle, whether it's in the backfield versus the run, or it's the sellout blitz to the quarterback. East Lyme is not afraid to leave the receivers for one-on-one on the outside. No deep safety whatsoever.
You're going to have to put the ball up and have your receiver make a play. You're going to have to, because
chuck
they're
it
going to
30 yards and you go one-on-one. Good spot for Gio Lopez if he was out there.
Yeah, he's not.
No.
From the shotgun, he sends Callender in motion, fakes the jet sweep, and instead hands it off end around to Josiah Williams. Josiah Williams is going to have a first down, showing some speed up to the 45-yard line.
Good play call right there, and the misdirection right there for Johnny Burns. Try to get that defense kind of going the wrong way, get them in flow and rhythm, and burn them on the backside. Talk about the adjustments. There's adjustment number 1 by that New London offense. Good play call.
So 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. And the clock ticking now under 4 minutes. That Owen Robbins made the tackle that time, and Robbins is a guy who has a chance to have a real big game tonight, because it looks like New London is going to give up some yards in the passing game. Again, jet sweep fake. Here comes an option play.
Ball's out.
Pratt is loose with the ball. I think it bounced right back up into his arms, but that's a fortunate bounce. That was way too low for breadish that time by Pratt.
That was big number 68 for East Lyme on that play. 69, I'm sorry. Josh Morton.
Yeah, senior
Wrecking
lineman.
shop up front.
Loss of 1, and here's the thing, that jet sweep fake works once. You're gonna have to throw the football, even if it's just a shot. You know what? I would send a wide receiver down and say throw it out of bounds before you throw it. In other words, you just gotta show it though.
Yeah.
Just throw it deep down the sideline. Run something in the middle, but you gotta throw the football here. Look how tight East Lyme's got everybody within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. Option again, and Pratt is going to keep it, and he's going to be buried again.
Yeah, at that time, Scott
Galbo
Galbo set the edge that time for East Lyme and pushed him right back into Josh Morton. And again, we've seen the high snap, Casey, a problem all year long for the Wailers, and it really does throw the timing off on the option.
Yeah, that's just a big loss. You're now 3rd and 15, and now you're in a definitive passing situation. We're going to see. And I don't think – here's the thing.
I think East Lyme's going to bring pressure.
I don't think they need the blitz to do it, though. No. I think they'll get pressure with 4 or 5 guys. Watch right now. They'll send 1 linebacker, and they'll go front 4. Because they're going to – in this situation where they know Pratt is going to throw it, they're going to go. I watched them go into a soft zone, sending one linebacker.
Okay, that's your first prediction of the night.
3rd and 15, and we're going to get a timeout. No, we're going to get a flag. New London talked about it too much. Too much talking, not enough playing, and that's a penalty against. Nope, we're going to say timeout. As I knew all along, it was a timeout by New London with just under 2 minutes remaining.
It's fantastic.
So that Fitch NFA game is
7-7.
Big game, 7-7. But
NFA's down to their 3rd-string quarterback. Is that correct?
From what I understand, they went into a freshman biology class, threw a hacky sack, and the first kid that it hit played quarterback.
Yeah.
That's how far down.
That's
the
a terrible thing to happen. I mean, listen, I was talking to Mike earlier this week about that schedule too, and that's a bit rough. That schedule is a bit rough. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, they chose it. I mean, it wasn't forced on them. They chose that.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying it's a bit rough.
Yes, by design. That's what they chose. They chose a rough schedule in order to make them better. They didn't have to do that. I think the larger issue is in every once in a while, like Haley's comment, Mike DeMoro writes a column that I couldn't agree with more. Once in a while.
That's what the playing the other schools.
Yeah, but the way that it works. I mean, the fact that this is the 1st and 2nd conference games for some of these teams.
Yeah, November 1st.
Too much early. You got to mix them in. Too much early. I have an idea about that, Mike. We'll talk about it after. 3rd down. Over the middle.
Tip ball.
Intercepted by Galbo. Pick 6. Vikings. Go Galbo with the score. And East Lyme takes the lead.
That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, Casey. And Scotty Galbo was Johnny on the spot and returned it for 6 points.
You know what? I just came up with a nickname for Galbo, and I know, and we should have said it earlier this year. He's Go Galbo because everything he does is like nonstop. He's forward momentum all the time.
47 yards on the pick 6 by Scotty Galbo. And again, that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, came off the receiver's hands, and Galbo was right there.
This time, Will Anglin's going to come in and kick the extra point for East Lyme. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and that will make it 12-7 in favor of East Lyme. But what an interesting game so far. We've seen a special teams touchdown on one side, a defensive touchdown on the other side, and then an offensive touchdown born of field position off a block punt.
Block punt, yeah.
So, I mean, it's really been defense and special teams up till now.
Trick-or-treat special here tonight, huh?
Well,
in the goodie bag.
We talked about in the pregame, how are these teams going to score points? Because both of them kind of struggle to move the ball. Well, the answer is defense and special teams.
Yeah.
But if you have a bad offense, then that's how you need to score points. You need to score points through special teams.
I mean, since that opening kickoff, nothing has gone the London's way.
Well, I think that can be attributed to East Lyme setting the house on every play. New London's going to have to find a way to adjust to that. They haven't so far. And that was just an unlucky break. The ball bouncing off of Derek Lancaster up into the air, and, Galbo being right on the spot. Scotty on the spot.
Scotty on the spot.
And a kick by Anglin, a little squibber. Taken by Clayton Smith. Smith crosses midfield. That's a nice run back by Clayton Smith. No muss, no fuss, but New London's going to have really good field position.
Right, they're not kicking the ball off the calendar. They'll learn their lesson in the opening kickoff. Smith can make a play, though. Ball will be 1st and 10, I believe, right at the 49.
Yeah, into East Lyme territory. And the best thing about that kickoff is it puts New London in a spot where, danger zone might be out of the question here. The Galbo could create it, but I think right here, now again, I'm not a head coach. I'm not, I did sleep in a Holiday Inn Express. So you know what? Here, on this play right here, I'm going play action, and I'm throwing the ball. I'm going to say, Frankie, throw it as far as you can. Derek Lancaster,
let's
bottom
get a guy
of the screen.
One-on-one down at the 10-yard line,
let's throw the football.
There's no deep safety. There's no deep safety whatsoever.
You have to show it. 1st down. Fake handoff, little read option, and Pratt's is going to have a gain of 7. That's a nice little read pass option there, little RPO.
Listen, keep an eye on that all night long, that high snap. It really throws the timing off. just excruciating watching them play against New Canaan in week 1. Every other play out of the shotgun was a high snap. Keep an eye on that.
And we've seen that a lot this year. Remember the problems that the Bunnell Center
Yeah.
had against Fitch? It felt like, they actually had to change their entire offense.
Yeah. They put the quarterback under center and
They went to the wishbone because they just couldn't handle the high snap. So that's good gain, 2nd and 5. Twin receivers on both sides for the Wailers and Calendars in the backfield. Little quick toss left to outside, and that's Josiah Williams with the carry. And Williams is going to have about 4, and it's going to be 3rd and short, maybe 3rd and 2.
East Lyme, linebacking court's pretty good, Casey. Side to side, make some plays. Hearts out there. There's some good speed out there for East Lyme on defense.
The other thing too with Josiah Williams, who has speed of his own and can make some plays as a good sophomore, that allows them. They can flank Calendar out. He's a very good pass catcher. Put him out in a route and get the ball.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to throw the football. I mean, New London has thrown the ball once.
Yeah. This is 4-down territory here for New London, too, in my opinion.
Now, if you want to run it here, I understand.
Straight quarterback draw right here.
In motion, Calendar, jet sweep, Pratt fakes it, have to hand up the middle, Williams, first down to the 35-yard line goes Josiah Williams.
Yeah,
I like the sophomore.
Yeah, I like that power football. There was no dancing in the hole that time. Head down, north-south running. Josiah Williams sticking his head down.
Well, that fake to the jet sweep to Calendar stretches the defense out just a little bit and freezes the line just for that split second that it takes, and so that running back can get the head
that's all
of
you
steam.
need.
That's all you need.
Just get off the ball, give our guy a little bit of north-south space, give him into the second level, make a play.
Ziegler, wide right for New London with Clayton Smith. And in motion again goes Calendar. High snap, and we're going to get a
false start, I think.
False start.
High snap, though.
Yeah, that was
going
to be problematic on that one, too. Yeah, false start against the Wailers. We can back them up 5.
Penalty against New London.
Did it bother you when the refs throw a flag against New London?
5-yard penalty.
From time to time, does it take that personally?
Do I take it personally?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean,
no, I don't take it personally when they throw a flag. I actually quite the opposite. I find the officials to generally be very equitable with their flags. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. It is 12-7 East Lyme here. We're going to have second quarter action on the other side. You are watching Game Day Live. Day.com.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
12-7 East Lyme as we start the second quarter here at Canamella Field on the campus of New London High School. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, Mike Damoro in the booth with us as well. And Peter Wappy right now is doing everything but selling hot dogs as he is running the show for us here on Game Day.
Down a man, but next man up. And Peter is 2 of them.
So
good first quarter right
and
there.
From what I understand, he did it. He did the second job for free. Volunteered himself. Volunteered
himself for the cameraman?
Yeah, well, he's,
The producer first and foremost.
I'll tell you, listen, we're nothing if not a charitable group here on Game Day. So 12 minutes here left in the half. That first quarter was a bit zany.
Yeah, wacky.
Yeah, we had a little bit of everything.
Halloweenish.
See if the second quarter settles in. It'll be 1st and 15 for New London. And they'll be on the short side of the field here and right in front of us in the gorgeous green and gold uniforms with the white. Like that, how it makes the green and gold pop. Calendar goes in motion. They give it to him on the jet sweep. He cuts it back inside, breaks a tackle, gets past the original line of scrimmage, crosses the 35-yard line, and puts New London in a good shot.
Yeah, good job that time up front on number 50 for East Lyme. That was Caleb Smith kind of setting the edge. And what he did is he pushed Calendar back into the middle of the field, and East Lyme was made to stop. Good patient run that time by Calendar, though.
And a very important run on first down because it got, not only did he get the 5 yards back that they lost, he got 2 more. So it's, that kind of gain puts them, it's not a second and unbearable. It's a 2nd and 8. and you can still keep motoring because you're on the positive side of the
7
field.
yards on that carry.
High snap, Pratt handles it, little bubble screen, out it goes to Calendar, gets a block in the open field, breaks a tackle, and he's ridden out of bounds all the way up close to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be enough to make it a first down, I believe. They're going to move the chains.
Move the chains, and that time you saw the power from Calendar. He ran through the arm tackle of Robbins, and then Galbo had to come in and clean up the mess a little bit, but you talk about speed with him on the edge. How about a little power football right there on the run? Well, good job.
Now, these are the plays I was talking about throwing the football. Get the ball into Jalen Calendar's hands as a receiver. It doesn't always have to be running the ball. You know, they faked the jet sweep. Now they ran the jet sweep. But you're going to have to find creative ways to get the ball into the playmaker's hands, and some of that is going to have to be through the air.
Hard to arm tackle a kid coming down with full head of steam, too.
Yeah, these kids are – you see the size of these
kids?
Yeah,
so that time it was Robbins trying to arm tackle him and just couldn't get him down.
This time Calendar has an opening, cuts to the outside. Calendar crosses the 10 inside the 5-yard line. Big run and a 1st and goal for the Whalers.
Yeah, that hole opened up on the right side, and Calendar danced and ran his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. That offensive line did a heck of a job that time.
You know, Calendar, it was a great story of the feature this week. Montville kid, wanted to go to science and technology, very quickly embraced being part of the Whaler family. And I love, he's got some dog in him.
Yeah.
I love that. And he's like, you know, there's some meat on the bone left, Jalen Calendar. He wants the rest of it. And so let's see if they give him the ball here on 1st down. 1st and goal from the 5 for New London. Prats will operate under center.
Ball's out.
And it's a loose snap, and I think he fell on it.
Boy, that's what the 3rd time we've seen either on a high snap or a center or quarterback exchange where the ball's been on the turf. You know, that's going to be a problem.
I think that it's a little bit underspoken that when you operate from the shotgun all the time and then you go under center, a lot of times that
Prats is pulling out of there.
He's trying to get out quick.
Yes.
Center's trying to get out quick. You got to practice that.
Again.
And that's going to be a false start because he's trying to get out. That's a center. When they're on, when they're on defense, Pratt's in the center, should be on the sideline here working on snaps.
Right, so Pratt's is pulling out and the center's not giving him the football. So maybe, just like you said, they're not on the same page.
No, they're clearly not, and it's going to be a very bad penalty for New London because they had 1st and goal. Now it's 2nd and goal, but now they're back outside the 10. They're at the 12. And it kind of takes away some of the power football that
you see Pratt's get underneath the center, and as soon as he gets under center, Frankie's 1 count and gone, and he's not getting the ball from the center at all. No, that's true, Mike. Thanks, Mike.
2nd and goal from the 12-yard line. Pratt's under center. Little bubble screen in the middle, and it's caught, but now dropped. It'll be incomplete. 3rd down.
Oh, that play was going absolutely nowhere. That got snuffed out by the entire defensive front for East Lyme. Now number 55, Zach Todd, ate that one up.
For those of you out there interested, I know everyone wonders. We often talk about the sports doctor being the eye candy of the game day family. But you have to see, I wish you could, when he's describing this play about being under center, he's actually down in a squat in the booth like he was going to take this thing under center. Reliving
the glory days?
Those Wheeler co-op days.
Thank you, Case.
3rd and goal, New London.
Big play here.
Handoff, and nothing doing. Bollinger got the carry, and nothing.
Boy. And you go right back to the well with number 55 for East Lyme. Zach Todd stuffing that one. Well, he sheds that lineman, and he makes a big-time play right there.
I would have said New London was in field goal range based on the kick we saw from
They're gonna kick.
Ziegler, and I think they're going to try to get one here.
We got a lot of room in the booth, so I can show you the plays. I can show you the positions, the dropbacks, everything.
So it's going to be 4th and goal. Ball's at the 15-yard line. So it's going to be a 32-yard field goal if they get it off in time.
Delay game.
And the larger issue on 32-yard field goals are the snap and the hold. So they're going to go for it.
So a delay game.
There comes the delay game.
Yeah.
And
you saw the slowness developing. Can you use that term? The slowness developing?
You can. And you did. It's a little, it's a little late after you've already used the term to ask if you can use the term.
You saw the slow developing play.
It's sort of like when you break into a room and say, "Can I interrupt?"
Yeah.
Because by asking that, you already have.
Thank you, Casey.
So,
All
he's
right,
the
you're gonna
sports
go for it on
doctor,
fourth down.
number 1 in your hearts. 4th down and goal. Ball is all the way now to the 20-yard line, and Pratt's will operate from the shotgun. He's going to have to throw it, and he's
Trouble.
pressured, and he rolls, throws in the end zone. He has Calendar, and he drops it.
That was a great defensive play by Will Anglin on the deep side, Casey. His left arm came across and knocked that ball away from Calendar. Good throw. It should have been 6 points, but what a great defensive play.
Yeah, I'm going to give some credit to Anglin, but I also think that Calendar 9 out of 10 times makes that catch. The circumstances where where the pass came down and the arm came across, I don't think he drops that ball off, and I think he wants that one back.
That was a good play, though. That's textbook defense right there. Stay off him with your right hand, come across him with your left, and knock that ball away.
Can you show me that again? First down, East Lyme. Ball at the 20-yard line. And Perry from the shotgun. Empty backfield, so he'll throw. Quarterback draw. Has room. Cuts it inside. Breaks the tackle of Gonzalez, and he's up close to a first down. Designed draw by Noah Perry. Bollinger on the tackle, and it'll be a first down, and the chains will move.
Yo, East Lyme has ran the ball very effective tonight. You said that time, Perry, just a straight drop quarterback draw.
They have been effective at running the ball. Very effectively have they moved it. 8.5 minutes remaining. First down. Hart in the backfield. Perry from the shotgun. In motion. Galbo. Hand off to Hart. And a nice job. They're going to get a face mask, I think, against the Wailers. They did a nice job of wrapping up Blaine Hart, but I think we got a handful of face masks. We'll see. McKenzie was on the tackle. We'll see which way they go. And they're going to go forward. That's going to be a face mask. Personal foul. Face mask against the Wailers. 15 yards. Another first down. And the ball will go all the way up to the 45-yard line of East Lyme. Get a little Whaler band action going on right now.
Yeah, sounds good.
You know, in the winter, Sports Doctor and I delivered pizza to our favorite student sections. Well, right now we're in the midst of the Battle of the Bands. We've been without football for a little while, but now it's heating up. So whether you see us here or not, send us your clips on Facebook, on Twitter. Let's go. Let's get these bands rolling. First down, East Lyme. And no, we're not talking about Megadeth or Journey or any of the Sports Doctors bands.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field, the timeout East Lyme.
Skid Row next week.
So let's talk a little bit about, not your bad taste, but let's talk about instead the Battle of the Bands. Because the fact that you're going to a Skid Row concert.
Again, I was there.
At Woodstock Fair.
Yeah, I did. They're back at the Wolf.
Absolutely.
They're at the Wolf.
Of course they are. Because they're certainly not going where they're charging admission. So let's talk about the Battle of the Bands. So can we agree that the highlight so far of the year was the Bunnell Band?
Yes.
Now, Peter Wappy, I'm going to bring you not on the air, but or if you want to come on the air, certainly I will. So I have a friend who is a Maloney of Meriden family, and her daughter plays in the Maloney Band, and they went to the band competition last weekend, I believe, big band competition, and the highlight of the band competition when she came in was she goes, "Oh my goodness, the Bunnell Band." They did the Ode to Joy with the pictures and everything, and I had already told her about it. The Bunnell Band brought it. Best band of the year so far.
Yeah, it doesn't get a lot better than that. We're hearing a lot from Ledyard on social media, so if everybody else can keep up, send it to us.
In motion, Robbins. Perry's going to throw. Plenty of time. Nothing there. He rolls left, and he's going to be brought down and sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job. Coverage sack by the Wailers.
Yeah, Galbo was going deep in that pattern, and he had Cam Hart open in the flat and just didn't see him. He would have picked up about 10 yards there, but he just couldn't get it.
So Mustafa Dinette and Joe Lucas in on the tackle for the Wailers. Second down and 12, and that was a good job by the secondary there to allow. There really wasn't a lot of pressure. He tried to step up, and there wasn't anything there. Looks like the same play. This time a little toss sweep to Galbo. Galbo breaks the tackle, tackle, and then
Ooh,
a big
yeah,
hit.
big hit that
Ball's
time.
loose. Charles Ziegler. And the flag's on the play, and New London's not happy, and I don't think so either. Galbo tripped and went down.
Yeah.
And Ziegler was just standing there.
Yep.
And they're going to call a hit on Ziegler, and I have to disagree on this one.
Johnny Burns is hot.
And Joe Lucas is doing rockabye baby down there because Scotty Galbo got shaken
Yeah,
up.
come off the field in his own power, but he took a lick. Yeah, Johnny's hot. He's just, Johnny's old school. It's a tough football play, he calls it.
I know they're going to call a personal foul, the helmet to helmet. It's not. There is nothing Charles Ziegler could have done. Nothing that he could have done. He came up and he stood up, standing in the position. Galbo got hit from behind and tripped into him. I just don't understand how that penalty. I just don't. And I see it on every level.
Bang call, though.
I see it on every level. The defensive player can't stop standing. What's he supposed to do? Run in the other direction?
No.
Bad break for the Wailers.
Bang on the field, though.
Bad break. Well, if I can see it, I'm half blind. Toss right to Hart, and he's got nothing there. Pursued, and finally Callender and Gonzalez will bring him down. He broke the initial tackle of McNeil, but he couldn't break the tackle. Wailers fly into the ball. And I'll tell you what, penalties is what this drive's about. Two 15-yard penalties. The Wailer defense is playing much better.
Yeah, they're getting themselves into the backfield. Early in the game, East Lyme was power football. Casey running the ball down their throats. A little toss sweep here or there. New London is at the point of attack.
So 2nd and 15 for East Lyme. Big play for New London's defense. East Lyme got to get something positive going here on 2nd down. Perry gonna throw. Rolls to his left.
Big
Pressure. And he's gonna be sacked back at midfield. Big sack for the Wailer defense as they bring down Perry all the way back into East Lyme territory.
Nice job up front that time by Jaden McKenzie on the sack. Flexed a little muscle. 12-yard loss on the play.
East Lyme is not getting anyone open in the patterns. The secondary is holding, and that's allowing that pressure from New London to get there. That's about 5 plays in a row now where Perry has had pressure. And East Lyme, if you take away the 30 yards of penalties, they'd be back at their own 20 right now.
Yep.
So the Wailer defense is playing solid football. They're still down 12-7, and a 3rd down and a country mile.
3rd and 25.
Perry's going to throw. Blitz from the edge. Little screen. Good call. Out to Hart. Pursued. Spins, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, which makes it a manageable 4th down.
I would say go for it here, too.
Sure, from the 35-yard line, they will. But that's a nice design play right there. They sent Ziegler from the corner on the blitz, and it was a nice job by East Lyme on that screen.
Yeah, and again, you got Blaine Hart knows what to do with the football in space case. He turns upfield, finishes the run. Good play call. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, huge 4th down here. Both teams, East Lyme 0 for 1 today on 4th down. The Wailers held earlier in the game. Clock ticking under 5 minutes, about 4:40 remaining.
Fast-moving quarter.
Well, after the zaniness of the first one. Empty backfield, trips right, Twins left. Perry will be all by himself. Let's see if the Wailers send pressure. Nice snap. Pressure comes from the edge. He's pursued. He's going to break the tackle, but he's going to ultimately be sacked. Pressure coming in from New London.
And
Trevon Christian.
Yeah, and Jaden McKenzie again cleaning up the mess.
Yep, Trevon Christian was the first one there. McKenzie got him after he stepped up. The Wailer defense holds 1st down New London at their own 38-yard line.
East Lyme again squandering an opportunity off of New London penalties that drive. The big sack really hurt them.
Flag on the play, and I'm going to guess an unsportsmanlike. Let's see which way to go. Looks like New London's going to move it back. No, they're saying it's against East Lyme. East Lyme's going to back up. They're going to get Cam Hart on that one.
Little woofing down there.
And then so now there's a big 15-yard penalty for New London because that's going to put them into East Lyme territory with 4 minutes remaining, which means they can run their offense.
Yeah, you're in business.
And they can run their regular offense. They don't have to go hurry up. 4 minutes on that side of the field. So the ball will end up at the 47-yard line. of East Lyme.
To the Vikings, 47-yard line.
Pratt will operate from the shotgun, and he'll have the sophomore Josiah Williams in the backfield. Looks like they'll send Calendar in motion again. They've been liking this formation offensively. Nope, no motion, but the handoff to Williams. Williams, big power football off right tackle. Nice gain on first down.
Yeah, big safety blitz that time from East Lyme, Casey. They sent the house, and if Williams could have broken a tackle there, there's a lot of green in front of him.
Josh Morton on the tackle, and we've got an injured Whaler on the field. So, Battle of the Bands, one final plug. Ledyard, you guys are the masters of the social media. Keep sending clips, but for all of you out there in the ECC, whether it be Fitch, NFA, Killingly, Ledyard, New London, Waterford, if you're a member of the ECC, you don't need us to be at your game in order to win the Battle of the Bands. All you need to do is send a clip through any of the social media platforms, whether it be Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or anything else that you can find. And in the modern day, do you all not know how to send videos? Of course you do.
Yes.
4:01 remaining, injured Whaler on the field.
Did you go trick-or-treating last night?
I did.
Yeah, your favorite.
I did. We had a great night last night.
Your favorite candy, even in the wind?
Wind was perfect. It was like 70 degrees, so I was going to sweat. The wind blew the sweat right off the brow, so that was a nice chilling wind.
What did AJ dress up as?
He dressed up as, he was going to go as Zombie Von Miller. He had the Von Miller uniform on last night, and I have pictures. He looks like he's a 22-year-old college student. But because of the forecast rain, he didn't go zombie. He just went straight Von Miller.
Mike DeMar's kid drew a ninja warrior.
Yep.
Pete, you go trick-or-treating last night? You did.
Dante Henry is the injured Whaler coming off on his own power. 27-0 Killingly in over Stonington. So New London will have second down and 4. Pratt will operate from that shotgun. Little pistol formation, Calendar in motion. They fake the jet sweep, handoff again to Williams. Williams got a big hole, showing speed. Touchdown Wailers! Josiah Williams shows power, shows speed, and the Wailers take the lead.
Great play call that time by Johnny Burns and that London staff. Again, the little misdirection freezes that defensive line, Casey. Boy, they got a couple kids that can run the football here. Williams showed you the goods that time.
I got news for you. Josiah Williams is a sophomore.
Yeah, not bad.
Jalen Calendar's a junior. Frankie Pratt's is a junior as well. So you have a junior, and a sophomore. Guess what? There's going to be some nightmares next year. Yeah. Those three are some
Nightmare in Elm Street. Nightmare in Whalerville.
Well, there's an Elm Street in New London.
Sure there is.
But I think it's William Street. It's more likely. Nightmare on Jefferson Avenue.
Jefferson Avenue, yes.
Whalers will go for 2, up 13-12. Calendar goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Back the other way. Pass into the flat to Williams. Incomplete. Well defended out there by Will Anglin. And it'll be 12 for East Lyme, 13 for the Whalers with 3:44 remaining.
Good football game. Just a lot of mistakes, some penalties, and some wackiness, but a good football game. Talked about low scoring before the game. You know, and again, the pick six, the special teams play, I think that adds to the spice a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was the first sort of legit offensive drive touchdown. When you think about East Lyme scored defensively, East Lyme scored from the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
New London scored on a kickoff. That's the first drive of any kind, and even then they started on East Lyme's side of the field.
And again, this drive here was aided by the penalty.
That's correct.
For East Lyme.
That is correct. 13-12, and East Lyme will get the ball to start the second half. So
penalties and turnovers and special teams.
New London will kick off. Back deep will be Galbo and Robbins for East Lyme.
For the Wailers, number 2, Charles Ziegler.
And kicking off for the New London will be Ziegler. As we get ready for the kickoff, Ziegler will go back to his own 34-yard line, approach the football, and a low squib bounces up, and falling to the ground with it is Hunter Lewis. And East Lyme will have good field position at their own 40 off of the squib kick for the Wailers.
Well, let's see if East Lyme can put together a drive, a sustained drive with 3:42 left to go before half, try and get the lead back.
East Lyme has not shown any big play potential yet so far. The Wailers have done a real good job in the secondary. Ground and pound, yes. So we'll see if they can put the ball in the air, get a little bit of something going.
Perry's showing you he can throw the football, though. He threw that one to the pylon.
Yes, from the
but
12,
nothing,
from the,
yeah,
from the
nothing,
12-yard
nothing
line.
downfield. Yes.
First down, East Lyme. Ball at their own 31-yard line. Perry's got 3 receivers to his left, and he'll hand off to Hart. And a big hit and a tackle made by the Wailers. The hit came up from Keanu Gonzalez, the linebacker. He missed it because if there's a better collision than Keanu Gonzalez and Cam Hart, that's a good one. And Hart bounced off of him, and the Wailers wrapped him up after a gain of 5, and Gonzalez had him for a loss.
That's a freight train versus a bulldozer in a hole.
You know, we saw like Harscherberger for Waterford.
Yeah.
And there's some guys that the collisions are fabulous. That's one right there. So 2nd and 5 as Hart made something out of nothing. Perry from the shotgun. This time he's going to throw. Now draw to Hart, and he's captured in the backfield. Great job by Jaden McKenzie again. He had Hart first in the backfield, and he stopped them up, and then the rest of the Wailers came and took care of business.
McKenzie and your guy Gonzalez again cleaning up the mess that time. It's going to bring up a tough down and distance for the East Lyme offense. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 on this side of the field. It would not surprise me to see a run
the football,
and
punt
punt.
away.
Yeah. Knowing you're getting the football to start.
2:30.
Yeah, knowing you're getting the football to start the second half, because the last thing they want here is a sack or, a turnover.
Pick 6.
Yeah, we'll see if they do another draw, but same formation, trips left. Perry, he's going to throw. Pressure weak side, has it, steps up and throws it to Robbins for a first down.
Good throw
That's
that time.
a great throw.
Good throw. Great throw to the outside. And Robbins with both hands going up and getting it.
That's a college throw right there. That's thrown across the field to the outside shoulder of the receiver. That's a great throw. That's a throw reminiscent of the guy that we thought was going to be the quarterback this year for the New England High School Whalers, who transferred. That's an Owen George kind of throw. There's not a lot of guys that can make that. That's a good throw. First down, East Lyme, ball at the 40-yard line. Little jet sweep to Galbo, trying to get to the sideline. Callender did a fabulous job of shedding his blocker, staying at home, and getting to Galbo after a gain of 2.
That was Will Angler on the outside trying to set the edge on the block at the time. And like you said, Callender had no part of that.
We're under 2 minutes remaining. Sports Doctor and East Lyme with a 2nd and 8.
Tough to beat that Whaler defense, Casey, east and west. You got it. East Lyme early in the game, north-south, pound it.
Yeah, Keanu Gonzalez, the middle linebacker for New London, is the plug in the middle. Outside is really tough. Hand off to Hart, straight up the middle, like you said. Now he bounces outside. He's going to have a first down before he's popped out of bounds by Ziegler.
Just get between the tackles, find a hole, get to the second level, bounce to the outside, and finish your run.
Chains will move. Ball will be at the 45-yard line of the Wailers.
That's what worked in the first 2 possessions for East Lyme. Find a way to get back in.
Go up the middle, let him read Gonzalez, bounce outside.
Yeah.
That's the right way to go.
Yeah, once he gets in that second level, he's got some space. He can make a play.
So it'll be first down, 46-yard line of the Wailers. A minute 28 remaining here in the first half. New London on top, 13-12 in what has been an interesting and competitive ball game thus far at Canamella Field. Perry out of the shotgun. He's going to throw. Little out in the flat. It goes, and a big hit on Hart. Cam Hart got taken out. Big hit after he caught the ball out in the flat. And the Wailers have been hitting tonight.
Joe Lucas, number 50, lowering the boom that time. He's played a heck of a ball game thus far as well. God, that was a cruncher. I felt that one up here.
Timeout, East Lyme with a minute 13 remaining. That'll be a 2nd and 8, of course.
They got a couple of kids down there. Sorry, Casey. Joe Lucas and Gonzalez that are just wrecking shop down there.
Yeah, their corners hit too. Ziegler hits. They definitely, we saw.
McKenzie can hit.
Yeah, we've seen the Wailers really flying to the ball. Of course, stay at halftime, where possibly the most interesting conversation you'll hear all weekend will take place between the sports doctor and Mike tomorrow. We always love a little halftime action.
Yeah, I'll talk to Mikey. We'll talk about what we talked about, and you can chime in a little bit too. So.
Oh, I'm not going to be here. I can't hang with the two of you.
Yeah.
The two of you guys I can't hang. You guys talk about stuff. It just gets me aggravated. Michael talk about Michael makes fun of baseball. Michael make fun of metrics and
Yeah.
I'll get aggravated. Unless Mike might have to go in halftime, so we'll have to see. Second down. And a flag on the play, and that's going to be a false start against East Lyme. No, it's going to be an offsides. There was a guy lined up in the neutral zone. So that's going to be 5 yards for East Lyme. That's a bad penalty right there. Went from second and long to second and short.
Yeah, and again, you got a minute 12 left, and you got one timeout left in your pocket. So you got plenty of time here to run your stuff if you're Rudy Bagos.
You do. You can do it. You can do just about anything.
Yep.
I want to give a shout out right now to the Whaler cheerleaders because there's a lot of them right now. I gotta like the depth of the Whaler cheerleading squad.
Sure.
And it's cold out. There's a bunch of them. I like that. Perry's gonna throw. Has time. Sidelines and overthrown.
I think Galbo thought he was held on the outside too. Turns back around and it's Leo Bauza on the far side.
Well defended by Mustafa Dinet, and that's incomplete. I thought that was good coverage.
Yeah, he had his pass interference. So was Leo Bauza out there. Mikey Deason's pass interference.
I think he had good position. Did he hold him or he had good position?
Coming on at halftime? No, Michael coming on at halftime.
Most interesting conversation you'll hear all weekend. Mike DeMauro and Keith O'Brien at halftime.
Talk about some of the launch angles from the World Series.
Mike will make fun of advanced metrics. Keith will talk like Lee Corso passionately about something, and I'll stand outside so I don't get aggravated. Third and short. And Perry's going to throw. Empty backfield, time over the middle, and it's incomplete. I think that was a miscommunication.
Yeah. Two guys in the pattern that time, Casey. You had Hart and you had Galbo running down the middle and like a little tight end release. And Perry just, you said, miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback.
Yeah, Will Liza and Galbo, and I think one was supposed to zig and he zagged.
Yeah. That's going to bring up fourth down. Obviously, East Lyme's going to go for it. Minute 3 left.
Minute 3.
One timeout left still, too.
Yep. See what they dial up here. Because I think, if it were me, and which means this won't happen,
right, I'll run the football.
I'd run that off tackle to Hart.
Yeah.
Let him get this first down, and then we'll go from there. Minute 3 is a lot of time left.
Clock's going to stop.
Yeah. But they're not going to do that here on fourth down. And we're going to get a motion, and that's going to cost them 5. Hart and Robbins. Actually, yeah, it was Blaine Hart.
Blaine Hart, yes.
Blaine Hart, and then Robbins jumped with him.
So after Blaine Hart jumps, he puts his hat on his helmet like,
He knew.
Yeah, he knew. He's leaning.
5-yard penalty, fourth down.
Yeah, East Lyme will have to punt. I'd still go for it.
I'd
still go for it.
44.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't know.
New London showing you they can go 56 yards in a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Only because the big play is there.
Yeah.
East Lyme's going to take its final timeout. My concern about going for it is you have to throw the football. And if you don't get it, you're giving New London the ball basically at midfield with a minute 3 left. That's a lot. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm getting the ball to start the second half. I'm gonna kick it away. Kick it away. New London will put it to bed. Off we go.
All right.
I was watching. I'll talk about before halftime. I was watching that great feature that we had on with Jim Buonicore talking to the late great Bill Mignall about the Ledyard New London rivalry. Ironically, Buonicore wearing a Ledyard football hat in that video. But the footage from Coach Buonicore's archive that was shown, Jamal Johnson and others, how much this place has changed from the grass field to the bleachers. There was no baseball field. There were no lights over at all. I mean, the people lined up on the fence that doesn't exist anymore. I forgot how much this place has changed I was here because I don't know if you know that, Sports Doctor. I went to London.
Oh, muffed.
A muffed punt. He's going to have to run with it. The Wailers fly into the ball, and they're going to get the ball on the East Lyme side of things at the 45-yard line.
A disaster for East Lyme special teams right there, Casey. New London will take over at the 46-yard line of East Lyme.
First sign of trouble is when your punter wears number 75.
Yeah.
That's your first sign of trouble when you send an offensive lineman
We've had some big
punter.
kickers though, all year long, though.
We have
That's
seen
a
some.
big kicker.
Makes sense, boom the football. But now New London with 55 seconds left have a chance to move the football.
That was a
But
disaster right there.
back
for
to
the
wrap it
East
up. I
Lyme.
mean, look what right now. We're sitting here in this press box, which didn't exist when that film was took. Watching a turf field, which didn't
That was
exist.
30 years
Overlooking
ago,
a
Case.
baseball field, which didn't exist. Next to another field, which didn't exist. Next to bleachers, which didn't exist.
Okay. What's your point?
I'm sorry, I forgot. Wheeler's timeless. All right, out in the flat it goes, an overthrown calendar.
So you're talking about changes here at New London High School.
30 years is a long time, but this place has been completely revamped. It doesn't feel like it, but it has.
That's great.
It has.
Proud
Of course, you probably have the same locker combination back at Wheeler that you had when you were in school. They had lockers, right? You didn't have cubbies. Second down, Prats is going to throw. Has plenty of time. Now he rolls right, throws, hits his man. That's Williams down the sideline. If he gets out of bounds at the 21, he does. Nice, smart move by Josiah Williams.
Well, and a cool customer that time with Prats keeping his eyes downfield, finding his man in space, making a play. Casey, you talked about him being an athlete, wide receiver last year. There you saw a little bit of it. Move his feet, step up, eyes downfield, deliver a strike.
You guys said, is there enough time for them to go down the field?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
42 seconds, and it's because of the big play, the speed of guys like Williams.
Yes. Yeah, one timeout left in New London, too.
Prats will operate out of the shotgun. Williams stands next to him.
Prats has that ability to keep the play alive with his feet. Dangerous.
Little run blitz, and Prats is going to get swallowed up, and New London's going to have to either take that timeout or get up on the ball. I would take the timeout.
Yeah, and they are.
And they do.
And I don't understand that play right there, but that's why I'm up in the booth. A straight, almost like run by Prats, no threat of the read option. It's kind of an odd play.
So 33 seconds remaining. New London can probably run one play inbounds without getting a first down. And then spike the ball. More than that, I don't think there's going to be enough time with the way the clock runs out. So I'll be curious to see.
3 plays tops?
So
if not getting out of bounds.
I would say work the middle of the field,
Yep.
get the first down, spike it, and then because you're going to get a first down, you're going to be about the 15-yard line, and then you can do a couple
second
things.
down and 10 from the 15.
Yeah,
after
and I
the
think you
spike.
can do a couple things from there.
Right.
Now, don't forget, again, Ziegler has a decent leg. I think if they got to the 10, they might take a crack at a field goal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a house money field goal at that point. House money, that's a term I know you're familiar with.
Yes, sir. Scared money? House money? Funny money?
Easy money.
Easy money?
All right. Second down. East Lyme showing pressure.
Here they
Fumbled
come.
snap, and that's going to run the half out right there because New London is not going to do anything with this now. 27 seconds and counting.
At least the 4th or 5th time here in the first half with that exchange between the center and the quarterback has come back to hurt New London. And they're going to run one.
See if they spike it or if they run a play because that's about all they're going to have time for. Prats is going to throw, and he overshoots his intended receiver, Clayton Smith. And with 10 seconds remaining, it'll be 4th down. So New London will have a chance to.
Well, I don't
heave
know
one
why
up.
they ran up. Yeah, but they have to run another play.
Yeah, they're going to run a play on 4th down, and they can. If the thing is, you can't take a knee because it's ball turnover on down. So they should run a Hail Mary, let Prats throw it up in the end zone, and see what happens. With 10 seconds remaining here in the half.
Yeah, I'm shocked
13-12.
they ran that play on 3rd down.
4th down and long. New London at the 30-yard line. And see if East Lyme sends pressure. It looks like they're going to be in a soft zone. And Prats. Now they're going to send some pressure. Prats rolls, scrambles, throws towards the end zone. and overthrows Lancaster.
A lot of hand checking going on down in the corner of the end zone, too.
Yeah, good call. Good no call. 2.7 seconds remaining, and I'm pretty. East Lyme will take a knee and head into the halftime down 13-12.
Find me something to drink down there at halftime, partner. You going down?
I wasn't, but I'll go down. I'll go down
Mike,
for you.
Mike and I are gonna have a conversation.
I'll go down for you. I mean, get down and brave the. I don't have any cash. I'm gonna take your money.
Take it all.
You know,
It's been done before, you know.
I'll take one of those.
All right, just take one of the 20s.
Take a 20.
Keep the rest.
Yeah.
Snacks
on the sports doctor.
Pete, you want something? Yeah, all right. Casey will take your order.
Bring something back.
Bring something back from Mike. You want something?
And we are at halftime here at New London High School. New London 13, East Lyme 12. Join Mike DeMoro and Keith O'Brien for some halftime talk on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Jalen fits in a few pieces of the puzzle. He plays a role in all three phases of the team, from receiver to running back. He's all over the place.
I wanted to be a Whaler. So I came from Montville. I went to the science and tech school because I heard they had a really great work program here. So I was just trying to be part of the Whaler family. From the youth level to the high school level, I've heard they've been a great team and a great program to be a part of. So I always wanted to be part of something bigger than myself.
We got a terminology that I think we've been throwing around for a few years now, and we're still using it. Where he's got a lot of dog in him, and we say that complimentary, obviously, because he's so quiet. You may mistake him for just being athletic, and you don't realize he's gonna fight like a pit bull on the bone until the play is over. And that is that intangible that really makes him who he is. Other than that, he's just a fast guy. But it's his competitive nature. And that's something that the players definitely feed off of.
We had a great coaching staff my freshman year to, show me the way and show me what to do. So that was a great experience with them. And then Johnny Burns comes in, and he's a great coach. He's always on his stuff, and he talks about being prepared before the game. And you got to win practice before you win the game. So that's where we get our competitive nature from, and where I got my competitive nature from is just you have to have a competitive nature to win games, and we all have that here.
You want to be a football player, we got work for you. Guys that think they're going to just show up and be a specialty guy doesn't work for us as much. So they learn pretty quickly. He's a great kid to coach. We're glad that he's with us. He fits the Whaler profile, and hoping he has a big night coming up here to help lead the troops.
I feel like we've been overlooked, but I feel like we're going to come strong and finish the season strong. So I hope we can win a couple more games and have fun while doing it. We're on a 3-game win streak, so I feel like we know who we are. We know what we're going to do. I can't wait until these next couple of games to really show the ECC what we got.
It's a halftime house call with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien and Mike DeMoro. New London leads 13-12 at halftime. Mike, good football game so far.
Keith, it's so nice to actually watch two ECC teams play each other.
Hey, you wrote a big piece about that this week, and this is November 1st, and is their second league game?
So yes, so New London actually had its senior night on the field tonight.
Yeah.
And those seniors have played one ECC game this year.
One ECC game.
It's November 1st. They will one ECC game.
Now it's we talked about the schedule too. We talked about the schedule and stuff like that too with with NFA and whatnot. Mike, you gotta move around on the camera. You're on camera.
Yes, am I on? This way. Towards the wall.
All right, towards the wall.
Okay, perfect.
So you talk about.
Yeah.
That's a good job. You're on camera, Mike.
There we are.
Fantastic.
Okay.
There you go. You talked about that too. We talked about NFA. Fitch is going out to Stratford to play Bunnell. We know about all these crossovers. But is it hurting the rivalries of football here in the area?
Well, I think it is. I mean, listen, I'm all for ECC schools going downstate.
Yep.
Playing those other teams. I think it does help. I just think it's a bit extreme right now. That's all.
Right.
I mean, so far before this night, New London's played New Canaan, Xavier,
Yeah.
Ledyard, and then Warren Harding and Bassick. 4 of those 5 schools they have no history with whatsoever. It makes it hard for people like us
To get juiced up?
to get into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I admit, Keith, I have had less interest in this year than I ever have. I mean, this is my job.
Against NFA too, and I was kind of kidding with Casey about that too. It's like, they've had, just an absolute juggernaut of a schedule. To me, they've been a little bit over their head in some of those games too. Again, that hurts the rivalries of Southeastern Connecticut and/or with Killingly.
I think NFA is going to show next week they're the best team in this league.
They play Killingly next week.
Yes, I do think that. But again, same thing with them. West Haven, Fairfield Prep, Shelton.
Yeah.
Come on. I understand that, NFA, East Lyme, Fitch. You don't necessarily want them playing, some of the smaller schools in the league. I get that.
Right.
But some of the more medium-sized schools got to step up now and start playing.
Yeah, and NFA's down to like their third-string quarterback now too. They're getting beat up this year.
Yeah, and they are, Keith. And again, who's to say they wouldn't have gotten beat up? Playing teams around here. Who knows?
Right.
We don't know.
Right.
But
Now, what is this? Let me ask you this: what is this set up here for the next month for high school football in this area?
I think we're looking at
2 teams in the playoffs.
Who can win the ECC Division One just championship? Could come down to the New London NFA game on Thanksgiving Eve, and then maybe Killingly, Waterford getting in.
Right. So
Class
I
M.
I think that's about it too. I think there's 2 teams, and then obviously, Waterford's had a to me it's not a surprise. I thought Waterford would be good. They lost to Fitch a few weeks ago, but they don't. Their schedule has them in a position to go to that East Lyme game on Thanksgiving with only 1 loss.
Right, and Keith, I have no problem this year with Waterford's schedule.
Right.
When you're 3 wins last year and was it none the year before, I got no problem with whoever you want to put on there. But they're probably going to go 8-2, 9-1.
Yeah.
This year, next year, maybe it's time to.
Beef it up a little bit because they get into that Class M and they play Berlin or something like that, and our first round game they get pushed around a little bit.
Yeah, well, we don't know that.
We don't know that. No,
but we also don't know really how good they are because they haven't played anybody.
Right. Killingly though, Mike, is another interesting team. They're undefeated, and they've played some people this year.
Oh,
they've played Cumberland, Rhode Island. They've played Berlin. They're going to play NFA next week.
Yeah.
So he's done a good job navigating that schedule against some good teams.
Chad's done just an amazing job there. Has the state championship. I don't know that they're going to be able to stay with NFA's speed next week. Then that's why I said what I said. But right now, I think
the run of football, Mike, he's had over the last 5 years is pretty impressive.
NFA has the best team in the league this year. I think in the last X number of years, Killingly has the best program.
Last 5 years, Mike. Think about the run he's had. He lost to consecutive state champions and Hill House and New Fairfield before he finally broke through and won. And then last year too, they were in the state playoffs. I mean, they've lost probably 4 or 5 games in 5 years.
Yeah, and you would think that, and last year at this time when they were going to the playoffs again. You remember?
Right.
The rainy night up at the Killingly.
Yeah.
Last year, you're just talking to people up there saying this is probably the end of the run this year. I don't know how good they're going to be, and they're going to be 6-0 after tonight.
Yeah, they're undefeated. Keith O'Brien, Mike DeMauro joining me on a halftime house call with the Sports Doctor. Mike, so enough about football in the area. World Series this week.
That was fun, huh?
Did you watch any of that?
Yeah. I decided that once Bregman, ran to first base with the bat, I decided they can't win.
Does it say anything in Washington when Bryce Harper leaves and then they win a World Series?
When that kind of stuff happens, you start to wonder if the days of those massive contracts are over.
Yeah.
Because you know what? There's an old line about, we can finish out of the playoffs with you, we can finish out of the playoffs without you.
Right.
And this year, without you, we won it all. So I don't know that he's going to – I don't know that you're going to see that. Now, having said that, the Yankees may give Cole whatever he wants.
Oh, the pitcher for Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I frankly think they should, Keith. I mean,
Yep. Look at all this stuff coming in the booth here.
Wow.
All this cheeseburgers, and you're welcome, Peter. Good stuff. So with that said, Game 7, obviously won by Houston. That kid Soto could swing a big bat too, huh?
He's good. Yeah, I mean, those are teams that we don't see a lot during the season. So all of a sudden you start watching them and go, wow, these guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you get to the World Series.
Yeah, Washington's good. All right, a couple other things before we bring Casey back in. NFL last night, I had a chance to sit down and watch a little bit of San Fran. Obviously, one of two undefeated teams, Patriots and the 49ers. Are the 49ers for real? I think they are for real, but that NFC is tough. I mean, the Saints are very good.
Well, Keith,
that's a good team.
When's the last time the 49ers won a big game? How many years has it
Joe
been?
Montana year. Steve Young. Steve Young.
Yeah, I mean, so
80, 95.
It's been a while. No, I think,
Terrell Owens touchdown catch against.
Mariucci had some good teams. But what I'm saying is, the Niners are unbeaten, but until you've done something, you haven't done anything. And so I don't know how good they are. I've seen the Saints win. I've seen the Rams win. Some of those teams.
There's Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seattle. I think the Packers are good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how good San Francisco is.
You think the NFC is more of a logjam versus the AFC? Or do you still think there's probably 2 or 3 teams in the AFC that are as good as New England?
Well,
a healthy Kansas City, maybe?
I don't know how good. I don't. Listen,
and you don't know how good New England is either.
I don't know how good they are because they're. I mean, I understand. You play who you play.
Right.
But I mean, they've had a run of. I think we'll get.
Yeah, the Jets twice, the Browns. And the Browns are horrible.
It's gonna get harder. We think the Pats are good because of what they've done. In the last, what they've done.
Well,
over the last
you say all this
years,
time
whatever,
too. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Well, this is where it meets the road for New England.
It's starting to get tougher now.
Houston. Yeah. You've got Dallas. You've got Philly. I mean, you've got obviously Kansas City. So this is the toughest part of their schedule right now.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, listen. I do think their defense is as good as it's been. I know they've played Jets and the Giants and the Redskins and all that stuff. But it just looks like. That may be what carries them.
Right. Do you like the move to Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. I mean, this is a lost season.
Right.
Get him in there, see what he can do, see what he can't do, and now. Next year, he's going to have 14 games under his belt, and he'll be that much farther along.
What will happen to Eli Manning in the offseason?
I think he'll retire. Yeah, no reason for him to. I can't imagine he would still want to play.
Backup?
Yeah, I can't imagine he would ever wanted to do that. But I mean, I do like the way he's handled this.
Right,
as classy as you can be.
Yeah,
I think Daniel Jones is going to be. His pro career is going to be a lot like Eli. B+, which is fine.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of C's and D's in that league.
There's some bad quarterbacks in this league. There's some bad quarterback play. I mean, one guy that's kind of impressed me the last few weeks is Kirk Cousins with Minnesota. That's why I look at the NFC. There's a lot of good teams. I mean,
Keith, there's a team. You can run the ball with Cook, and you got Diggs, Thielen, Rudolph.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and a
defense,
good defense.
defense
That's
is
a
pretty
lot
good,
of
too.
weapons there.
Yeah, Cook can run the football.
A lot of
pretty good,
weapons
yeah.
there.
Yeah, so that NFC, I see 3 or 4 different good teams. And the AFC, like I said, we'll wait and see on New England and stuff like that. College football, Mike, who knows? Oklahoma got beat last week in Manhattan against K-State.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be 2 or 3 good teams left out of the BCS this year. I do.
If I had a guess, I would say Alabama, LSU, Ohio State, and
Clemson.
That would be my guess. Yeah, right now. I don't know that. I mean, listen. Who knows what can happen? But I think I think LSU's the best team.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that because the quarterback play. They're getting out of Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
They haven't had that dimension to that team. And, it used to be LSU would come in there and they'd beat you, 12-6 or 12-7. You couldn't watch it, but the defense was lights out. But, yeah, with that kid Burrow, it's an added dimension to that team. And I have not seen a lot of Ohio State yet this year. But, their quarterback, they're back, and their defensive linemen, may be 3 of the best players at that position in college football.
Yeah. Well, if the defensive lineman is not a giant next year, I'm going to go.
Yeah, you're going to go ballistic.
Punch Dave Devlin.
Yeah. But they're a good team. They're a dangerous team. They got a big test coming up in a few weeks against Penn State, who was also one of those teams on the outside looking in. What are they ranked 5th or 6th in the country right now?
I didn't like the way Penn State played against Michigan a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I watched both these teams going, okay, there's 150,000 people watching this game at Penn State, and it's a great atmosphere, but I feel like I'm watching 2 B- here.
Yeah, punch it out a little bit.
Yeah. Now, to Michigan's credit, played really well last week.
Yeah, and Notre Dame played crappy. Either or, defense played pretty well.
Yeah, and I think the conditions really favored Michigan. I think on a night like this, I think Notre Dame would have beaten them.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see in the next few weeks. What's AJ Dillon doing?
AJ's having a great year. He just set the school rushing record, and I just feel like the whole thing's been a waste.
Yeah, because
they're 4-4, and they're just.
Is that who they are this year?
That's who they are. Keith, listen, they are a lot better at cashing checks in the ACC than actually wanting to win.
Yeah,
there.
And the ACC's not very good this year either.
No, it's not. Think about that. It's not.
It's not very good. I mean,
it's Clemson and then everybody else.
Yeah, Florida State's not good.
No.
Who else is over there? NC State is not good. They're decent, but they're not great.
Again,
Duke.
The school's motto is ever to excel. And I'm like, excel at what?
Yeah.
We're lousy in everything. And it's just getting frustrating now.
All right, how about I got you here. We got about 4 minutes left to go for the start of the second half. Mike tomorrow in the booth. Still really, really early. I know UConn had their first exhibition game the other night.
Yeah.
UConn men's. So maybe some high expectations for Danny Hurley and that group this year.
Well, I think there's high expectations now for Danny Hurley. Period.
Oh, okay.
That entire university has hitched its wagon to basketball.
3rd year now.
I think this is
second year in the program.
He did a really good job last year.
Yeah.
I suspect they'll be better this year, but
and they're moving now to the Big East.
Next year they'll be in the Big East. I still wonder whether Butler, Creighton, and Marquette are gonna move the needle here. I don't know that they're going to anymore.
Right.
Cincinnati and SMU do or they don't.
Tulsa.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what they're going with up there, and okay. But
he should have
we'll
a decent
see.
team this year, though. They should. They have some players. So this is his 2nd year there, and maybe it takes a coach 2 or 3 years to implement the system and get his guys in there.
Yeah, no, I listen. I think the guy's a really good coach, he'll be fine. But I don't like what they've done to football there.
No, football's it's been bad. It's been
Yeah,
bad.
and they made it worse. Their decision has made it worse.
Yeah, we'll take a little break. We'll come back with Casey on the other side. Mike, thanks for joining me at halftime. I'll see you after the game.
Absolutely.
All right.
If you're coming to practice and you're not working hard, you're not helping anybody, and you're really only bringing the team down.
Nate just gives you everything.
Let's go, Nip!
Gives you 110% every play.
It's football. They're not gonna take it easy with you on the field in a real game.
Yeah, baby, let's go!
So you have to go 110% on your teammates.
Scout team is a team that you put together to simulate the other team that you're playing. Very crucial for us because we're trying to simulate what they do, their tendencies, how fast they practice, and so forth like that. So having a good scout team helps us get ready.
Basically, you're just running plays that you're predicting that the other team that we're playing against this week is going to run. It's a big necessity because you might go into the next game having no idea what the other team's going to run. Obviously, I'm not trying to hurt my teammates, but if you're going to go out there and you're going to play soft, then your teammates are going to predict that in the next game and they're not going to play as hard in the game. If you go out there, you try to run the play exactly how the other team does, how the coaches tell us to, you can give the best example of what the team you're facing is going to look like. So it all starts from scout team, and you have to play as hard as you can to give the team the best example you can.
He is probably the ultimate team player. He'll do whatever you need. He'll play on scout team nose guard, he'll play safety. It doesn't matter. He'll do whatever it takes to help the team get better. Plays on all the special teams for us, and he's always our captain, and he does a terrific job for us. We've even gotten him in some offensive plays, and before the year's out, I'm going to try and get him in the end zone. He's just a great kid.
Since I was 8 years old, I started football back then, and honestly, all through these years, it's taught me just to always get up, try harder, try to lift your teammates up, and try to make your whole team better. I love football, and honestly, it's defined my character. It's made my energy so much stronger on the field, off the field. It's taught me my work ethic. Honestly, it's helped my character all around.
Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3, defense!
All right, thanks, bro.
All right, getting ready for second half action here at Canamela Field. New London High School on top 13-12 over the visiting East Lyme Vikings. Casey O'Neill in the sports, Dr. Keith O'Brien. Mike DeMoro joins me in the booth right now. Some halftime scores. Waterford 14, Griswold nothing. That's at the end of the third period. And Waterford, with that win, really puts themselves in a great position to make the postseason. And that game against East Lyme on Thanksgiving could actually be for a home game.
That's right, Case. Yes. Yes.
They beat a large team like East Lyme. That could put them in position with one loss to actually host the game in the playoffs. What a great accomplishment for a school that has just enjoyed so much success in recent years.
Well, it's funny. Before the year, Case, I kidded with John Strecker. I said, if you guys ever start to win in football too, they're going to kick you out of the league.
Yeah, there were very few things I was positive about. There was a time in my life I was positive, Waterford basketball would never win a state championship. And now I'm like, well, thank goodness football's still there. And they're proving me wrong, and it's not a surprise that it's an infusion from other sports that are doing it.
Great run of kids. They've had a great run of kids.
They are. And the programs are, and they've got good coaches, and they're doing it. Speaking of great programs, at the half, Killingly 27, Stonington nothing. And if there's a nicer guy than Chad Neal, I don't know who he is, but he deserves all the success there, and they're still the premier program right now in the conference.
We were just talking about that. They are getting in a position to host also.
Yeah, and it's funny because, state champions 2 years ago, the Lockwood era ends, and they kind of fly under the radar a little bit and then reload, and here we are again.
Well, we're talking about the game that we did in the rain up there last year and how
against NFA.
Some of the people up there were saying, well, this is it probably.
That's
the
right.
run's over. Yeah, okay.
Nope, reload. That was a great game against NFA. Speaking of NFA, in the other premier game of the night in the ECC, they have a 21-10 lead over Fitch at the half, and that's a big win for NFA because Jason Bakulis has played the toughest schedule in the world and lost 2 quarterbacks, so any win they can get. Wyndham, speaking of needing a win, any win you can get, Wyndham up 12-0 over Ledyard at the half. So your halftime scores, they're presented by me. Third quarter action ready to start. And New London will kick off. Ziegler will kick it off. And back to receive. Hart and Robbins. Squib kick. Bounces and taking a knee at the 35-yard line is East Lyme's Hunter Lewis. That's the second time he has been there. And that one had a little bit of knuckle action on it. And that was one of those ones that can be dangerous, but Lewis will take it. And this will be a really big possession for East Lyme. Outside of the 12-yard line where they got the touchdown, they haven't moved the ball on offense very much at all.
No, and I tell you, the kid that has impressed me the most in this game is Jaden McKenzie, the end for New London. He has been all over the place.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Another junior. They got I'll tell you what, a lot of guys coming back here for New London. We're going to get a false start on first down as Zachary Todd jumped. I think a couple of the other linemen did as well. And that'll get East Lyme backed up 5 yards. We'll bring the sports doctor back in.
Cold out there.
Yes, it's chilly tonight.
I know, Mike is in the booth.
It's amazing to me that last night I was in shorts and a T-shirt, like sweating, walking around.
Your brow, yeah.
And now tonight it's like 30 degrees colder tonight. I love New England. But there's no, don't worry. There's
power football, double wing.
In motion goes Hart. He gets it on what amounts to a jet sweep, and he cuts it back inside, and Bollinger wraps him up after a gain of maybe 4, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. That's it's an interesting play by East Lyme. Yeah, different look for him. I think they like Hart's cutback ability because that was strung out really well by New London. He cut it back, and he got 4 yards.
You know, those linebackers, and again, the people on the edge for New London, whether it's, a calendar or, I mean, they're just fast side to side. So, I like that power football up the middle by East Lyme.
Well, they'll stay in it again. I feel like I'm broadcasting Fitch right now. Now in motion goes Robbins, and we're going to get a handoff on the fullback dive, but a great job by New London as the center of the New London line stopped them, and the linebackers came in and filled. 22 on the carry for East Lyme is Aiden Carey, and Bollinger and Gonzalez and Trayvon Christian, another sophomore. A lot of youth on this New London team, I'll tell you. There are a lot of 10s and 11s out there.
Big kids up front. Joe Lucas, number 50, been active all night.
Yeah,
Big, tough third down. It's the 3rd and 11, and they're going to show you the wishbone again.
Yeah, they're going to stay in it. In motion, Robbins. Ball's on the turf. So Perry's just going to put his head forward, and that's no bueno, and it's going to be 4th down, and East Lyme will punt.
I feel like that's a wasted possession for East Lyme, trying to run that wishbone offense like that, trying to get a little too cute.
Is that it? Well, I mean,
that's a statement. I'm not asking a question. I'm making a statement.
All right, well, then I
feel like it's a wasted possession.
All right, I will take the other side of it and say you criticized them for not running the football more and taking advantage of their size and perhaps the New London.
No, I didn't criticize them.
So they, you did, and then they came out and did what you asked them to do. So it's just that you don't like the wishbone. I thought you were like the big Oklahoma guy. I thought you were the big Oklahoma-Nebraska guy.
Tommy Frazier. J.C. Watts from Oklahoma.
The East Lyme just got a break because they got a bad snap. Would have been a devastating punt, but instead they're going to get a 5-yard penalty against them before the snap. So now it's 4th and 25.
Jamel Holloway,
sure.
Oklahoma back in the day.
Barry Switzer.
Yeah.
Who was the coach? Tom Osborne.
Yeah. Barry
Quick, 1985 Heisman Trophy winner.
Bo Jackson.
Adam. Sports doctor. He's not the sports doctor for nothing. Lazy snap. Punt is off. High, and that one's coming back. Poison. And
my goodness. Wow,
no, 25.
Why did he catch that football? That took a 7-yard bounce for New London's favor.
And Brandon Matthias, he saw the ball go in the air, and he did what most kids do, which is poison. He got away from it, but the opposite. You need to go get that.
Oh, my goodness. It cost his team 8 yards.
I'm not sure that punt broke the line of scrimmage. No. I think there was a net 1-yard punt.
You're right. The line of scrimmage was the 20. No, you're right.
That was a net. I mean, if he got a net yard on a punt. That's, wow. Well, here's a huge opportunity. New London has to capitalize because the momentum of that is too much to not have. And they're going to go I. Look at this little I formation for the Wailers. Under center.
Ball's out.
And there's a missed snap. It's still loose, and East Lyme's going to recover the football. How about that?
That is the 7th center quarterback mishandle or exchange, and number 11, Gasser was there right there for East Lyme, Johnny on the spot, but the problems continue between Frankie Pratt and his center.
Well, they shouldn't have greased the football at halftime.
Yeah.
But that's a huge break, and now East Lyme's essentially in the same position they were before.
Now, Casey, we saw that towards the end of the first half with Pratt as under center, and he's either pulling out too fast or he's not getting the football. That is a major problem for this team right now.
Well, he heard you. So much for the wishbone. Back to the spread. Perry hands off to Hart up the middle, and Hart's going to get a good gain of 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, power football. Right between the center. Push it up front. Second level running.
A 7-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, he beat out Chuck Long in 85. Closest Heisman.
Iowa.
Yes, closest Heisman voting ever.
1989 Heisman Trophy winner.
The kid from Houston, quarterback. Andre Ware.
I'm telling you right now.
Sorry.
We all have special skills. The sports doctor's a savant when it comes to the Heisman Trophy winners. Second and short. Perry from the shotgun. Hands off to the other Hart. This is Cam. And Cam is wrestled down from behind by McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie had a handful of jersey there, Casey. Hart had a good gain in front of him. McKenzie made a nice stop.
Yeah, it's enough to move the chains, though. First down, ball be marked right on the 35-yard line.
I think the cutie pie stuff out of this East Lyme offense and just run the football. I mean, you don't have to show that double wing.
They were running the football. Again, your issue's the formation.
You're right. You're right. Take that formation, throw it in the trash can. This is what they're good at right here.
Man, I tell you what. I have missed picking on you. I can't pick on Colin Delaney. I missed picking on you.
Okay, I'm fine. I got big shoulders. I can
First
take it.
and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Empty.
There's that draw. Needs a block. Dangerous spot for him, and he breaks some tackles and gets a first down. Noah Perry, nice job running that time, and there are 4 Wailers on the turf right now.
And that time, Zach Todd, number 55, just laid the wood down and led the way. You know, and Perry, like you said, just kind of ho-hum, churning and burning. He got 11 yards. And the one thing you worry about Perry there is coughing the football up.
And you worry about getting whacked because New London, the way they send guys to the football, you worry about your quarterback taking a pop. But Ziegler is on the turf, and so right now is another Wailer, and they'll attend to him.
To go back to that play, you see Perry just get onto the back and almost piggyback Zachary Todd, his big offensive lineman senior, and just kind of runs behind him like a road grader for almost 10 yards.
It's Trayvon Christian who was on the turf, but he's up walking off under his own power, and into the game will be Tashua Williams. He'll replace.
My biggest problem with the Heisman Trophy was 1991. That was Ty Detmer over Rocket. Over the Rocket.
Big problem with that, too, because the Rocket was the best player in college football.
I think he was.
And Detmer was BYU. Yeah. You know, it was a system Heisman, right. And Rocket was the game changer. Hand off the Hart, straight up the middle, big hole, breaks a tackle, and the Wailers converge, but not until an 8-yard gain. That's a big gain by Blaine Hart.
And that time, Blaine Hart met Dreden McKenzie in the hole and said, take that. I like the power of football here being dialed up by the Vikings. Go back to that one point about Rocket Ismail. I think he averaged almost 27 yards a touch.
Rocket Ismail was the single most impactful player in college football that year. There was nobody more impactful than him. Ty Detmer threw for a lot of yards against Wyoming at 1 o'clock in the morning when nobody was paying attention.
I had $10 on it. I was watching it, my friend.
BYU. Handoff again to Hart, and this time ball's loose, and it pops right back into Hart's hands. That ball popped in the air, and while he was laying on the ground, fell into his grasp.
Big hit that time by Keno Gonzalez up front.
Yeah, Keanu Gonzalez has been a middle linebacker. So the mom of game day, that'd be my mom right now.
Yeah.
And special thoughts for yours.
Yeah, thank you.
My mom texted me and said, is number 40 playing the position that AJ is going to play in high school? And I said, yes. And she goes, so that's what he's going to be doing?
Yeah,
I said, perhaps.
And
she goes, I'm not watching football
Let's
anymore.
not get ahead of ourselves here.
Snap goes, low snap. Little screen out in the flat. It goes to Hart. And Hart breaks a tackle, cuts up. He'll have a first down as he crosses the 40. That's a nice play. He stepped out of the tackle of Donovan Jeffcoat.
Yeah, that's
all. First down.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Casey. That's all Cam Hart that time in the flat. He's kind of like high stepping, getting through.
Oh, a bad spot. They said Jeffcoat. By the way, maybe my favorite name on this team, Donovan Jeffcoat. Pushed him out of bounds, a yard short. So it's going to be 4th and a yard at the 4-yard line. That's a big play coming up right now.
Jim Jeffcoat, Cowboy offensive lineman. I got them all.
Now, what I would love to see, I'd love to see New London send everybody.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see East Lyme have the courage.
One-man pattern.
Yeah, I really would. But instead, they'll go spread because the sports doctor criticized the wishbone. And they're going to quarterback keeper. He's going to have a first down, and it takes a hit down to the 40-yard line, but Noah Perry.
Yeah, good decision that time by Perry on the option play that time, Casey. Pulling out of Hart's belly, keeping it, coming off the right side. Didn't need much, got about 6 yards. But again, the decision-making to pull that ball out of Hart's belly and take it himself. Good read.
Takes a lot of guts, too, because you know you're going to take a shot.
Here you know it.
So that takes a lot of guts. It'll be a lot easier just to hand the ball to Hart and say, that's your ball.
You got Josiah Williams and company stepping up from their safety position, looking to lay the lick on you.
That's right. First down. Perry going to throw. Now a little delayed draw to Hart. Hart, big hole, shows speed, breaks the tackle, cuts it back inside. First down and more to the 25-yard line. Cam Hart.
Boy, that offensive line just hammering up front. Huge hole that time on the draw. And Cam Hart get about, 17 yards on that, Mike, roughly? Big run that time.
Ball down to the 25-yard line, and it's been all right now running the football up the middle, exactly what the sports doctor wanted, and from the formation that the sports doctor wanted. And so you have to be a happy guy right now.
I am. Get rid of that double wing. You're not Fitch. You're not Oklahoma. East Lyme.
I'm not sure they do that. I'm sure they appreciate the identity clarification. Perry from the shotgun. He's going to throw. Out in the flat it goes to Robbins. Robbins gets a block, breaks a tackle, and drives forward and takes Jeffcoat with him. Down close to a first down. It's going to be a 9-yard gain on first.
Yeah, Casey, the key thing on that play was the block on the outside by Scotty Galbo kind of sprung him free a little bit. And Galbo, the go-go Galbo, can do a little bit of everything out there. He can catch passes. He can block. He's a lunch pail type of guy out there for the Vikings.
There is an X-Man in the Marvel universe called Juggernaut, who, once he gets his momentum going forward, cannot be stopped. Can run through anything.
That's Galbo.
He is the go-go Galbo. He is like the Juggernaut. Nothing stops him when he gets ahead of steam. Second down and 4. Handoff, Hart, and ball's loose, and it's recovered by the Wailers. Oh no, a big turnover as the ball popped out of Cam Hart's hands.
Yeah, Jaden McKenzie cleaned up the mess from Eric McNeil on the big hit. McKenzie on the fumble recovery. That time you saw 11 guys in the box keying on the run. Hart got popped by McNeil, and Jaden McKenzie comes up with a big turnover. What a drive killer for this Whaler defense.
Oh, and Rudy Bagos is definitely going to lose sleep over that one because that ball, they're driving, and that ball popped right up into the Whalers. So New London, who fumbled on their possession in great field position, takes over. This is the first time we've seen any team really sort of have the ball deep like this. Back-to-back drives. First down, handoff, and slipping to the turf.
That was
first
a
down
weird
is Calendar.
play. The fullback was leaning and almost in motion before the ball was snapped. Calendar was reaching for that handoff. That was an odd play.
No gain, and I know that New London's trying to do something a little different, but I don't know if I love the sort of the pacing that this is providing right now. It's missed snaps.
No, there's no flow and no rhythm.
That's right. Yeah. So I was going to use a sports doctor word, and I was going to say I don't know if I like the
sniglet. The frenetic pace of
frenetic, fanatic,
fanatic.
Oh boy. Second down, toss right, Calendar looking for a head of steam, cuts it back inside, not much there, and very well pursued by East Lyme.
Yeah, sound up front. Again, we go back to number 55, Zach Todd making a play, kind of stuffing the edge and setting the tone out there. East Lyme's big up front, Caleb Smith, Zach Todd. Got a big active defensive line.
Now New London, here's a problematic thing for New London. Third down deep in your own territory, their only attempt at a punt was blocked. I don't know that their punting game is as strong as they need it to be, and this is a dangerous place right here to try to punt from. So, are they going to try to get some yards, or are they going to try to, pack it in and punt on third down? East Lyme has been sending pressure on every third down. 3rd and 10 from the I.
Oh, big blitz up the middle.
They're looking for the screen. It's a great call, but a great tackle by who? out on the edge, redeeming himself off the fumble. Cam Hart, he got to Calendar. I thought that play had big potential.
That was a jailbreak blitz, all-out blitz that time for the Vikings, and what a nice job, like you said, in the open field by Cam Hart. There was one man left in the line of defense at the time, and Hart made the stop. I mean, Casey, they sent everything but the kitchen sink on that play.
When they sent that blitz and I saw Calendar leak out from the screen, I thought that had a chance. If Hart was not there, Calendar was gone. Brandon Donistorg will be in for the punt. Snap is low. Big pressure. Good punt, though. Gets it off. Midfield taken by Robbins. Robbins looks to break a tackle, and not a good choice, and he's going to be brought down. But in Whaler territory at the 45-yard line.
Take that ball north-south, stick your head down, get an extra 5 yards.
That was a good punt by Brandon Donistorg because that got them at least out of the shadow to make East Lyme drive the field a little bit here from the Whaler 45-yard line. Fast-moving quarter, 2:20 remaining.
And East Lyme has dominated time of possession in this quarter as well.
And so first down from the 46-yard line. Perry running spread. Hands off to Hart. And the Whalers, big hit in the middle of the defensive line. New London flying to the football. Keanu Gonzalez put his head down and knocked him back. And in was Lucas and Ziegler.
Yeah, and Eric McNeil is stepping up now, too. Since he had that big hit on the fumble. And Eric McNeil, number 4, is he's coming to play now here in the second half. That's a good defensive front 7 for New London.
Yeah, so Lucas held them up, and then Ziegler and Gonzalez and McNeil are all flying to the football, and that's a gain of maybe half a yard on first down. Perry, look for him to put the ball in the air this time. Fakes it, keeps it himself, heads straight up the middle, big gain, first down, takes a lick from Ziegler, but a big run by Noah Perry, showing himself to be a threat with the football.
Yeah, it's a trap play that time, or a pulling guard play that time. Number 55 came off. Again, you go back to Zach Todd on the offensive line. Perry just gets up behind him, and the hole he creates. That was a straight run by Perry. I didn't think he was ever going to hand that ball off.
So first down, they're at the 32-yard line, and the Whalers are going to call a timeout.
Boy, Perry's impressed me with his feet tonight, huh? I know he did a touchdown pass back in the corner, but he's impressed me with his wheels.
Perry has run the ball very well with, so far, in these read pass options. He has definitely done some stuff with his legs that I was not expecting. So, if you're enjoying Game Day's live streaming and video storytelling, and come on, who's not? There are 2 ways you can support us. First, please consider purchasing a print or a digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. So subscribing to The Day supports local journalism in your community, and that includes our coverage of high school sports. But if you'd like to do something more immediate, go to our YouTube live stream. Click the $ icon at the bottom of the chat window, and you can make a contribution of any amount. And you can send a message right to the Sports Doctor and me, and we will give you a shout-out on the air, and Sports Doctor will say your name 5 times. Thank you for helping us continue to be the best in bringing you high school sports.
East Lyme offense on the move, Casey. 1st and 10 from the New London 32, doing it on the ground.
Perry hands off to Hart, and center of the New London line rallies to it, and Gonzalez finishes it off after a gain of 2. That was Blaine Hart on the carry that time.
Joe Lucas, number 50, a little handful of jersey there, but it kind of slowed that play down a little bit up front for New London.
So when Blaine runs it and then Cam runs it, it's Heart to Heart.
Yeah.
One of my favorite 80s shows. Did you watch Heart to Heart back in the 80s? You didn't watch Heart to Heart?
No, not a minute of it.
Wow.
No.
You know why?
Because I'm not cool?
Because you were too busy listening to Megadeth Dokken in your basement.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Who was the big 80s band? You were a Sabbath guy.
Yeah, I like Sabbath. I mean, 80s hair bands with Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, Winger, Skid Row. Playing next week,
Perry to throw. Plenty of time. Deep over the middle, wide open. Galbo at the 15. Breaks a tackle. Stumbling towards the end zone. Flag down. Touchdown. East Lyme. Go, go, Galbo.
Be a face mask call, Casey, I think, on the penalty, so the touchdown will stand. But Noah Perry to Scotty Galbo. Perfect play call at the perfect time for head coach Rudy Bagos.
He had all the time in the world. Galbo running straight down the middle of the field, and that's when we talked about him being the juggernaut. That's what you saw. Head goes down, and he's not stopping till he gets into the end zone. 2 tacklers and a face mask weren't preventing him from getting to the inside. And that puts East Lyme on top now. 18-13, extra point coming. So out on will be Anglin for the extra point. And he's Anglin to put East Lyme on top by an extra. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is low, line drive, and it's through. And that is 24 seconds remaining. Another flag on the play, but the Vikings are on top now. And we'll see what the flag is for. Shout out to my man, to one of the great officials, Kenny Danowitz, talking about some of our great memories he and I had. We would often have very impactful, stat-based conversations about high school football. He always had a really good way of looking at the breakdown of these games. So it's 18-13. Extra point is good, so it'll be 19-13. And a personal foul against East Lyme. That'll go off on the kickoff, so New London should have very good field position. We'll see if we can continue to get you some scores as we head here into about to enter the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, offset the face mask. All right, so we'll see what the
A big drive there by East Lyme, Casey. A little running, a little passing. Noah Perry doing a little bit of everything on that drive.
So how about this one? Fitch scores again. Lashir Edwards scoops up a backwards pass for a 28-yard fumble recovery touchdown, and Fitch leads NFA 23-21.
Sure.
It was 21-10 at halftime. NFA.
Yeah.
Fitch on top of NFA.
I had a chance to sit in the halftime speech that Mike Ellis gave during the Waterford game a few weeks ago on a Saturday afternoon. I'll tell you, I wanted to put pads on. He wasn't great. He was tremendous.
The game of Fitch and Bacon Academy, one of the great games of all time. I believe it was that one. It could have been the Fitch. It could have been a different Fitch game, but Peter Wappy was able to piece together one of the great clips.
Yeah.
And it was because of the way that Mike Ellis almost wrote his halftime speech, designed to be edited into a highlight piece. Kick is up, and it's taken by Ziegler at the 25-yard line, and he'll get to the 35-yard line, and the Wailers will have their possession there. Ellis, he was. What I loved was he went and he talked to each kid individually, and he said to his defensive end, if you make the decision to dominate this game, to take over that game, we will. And then that kid went out and did it. He's like, and he told the quarterback was dunking him. If you make the decision to make good plays and lead this team, I'll tell you, I got it ready. I was ready to go play myself.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff.
See if I can channel the sports doctor right here. You like Mike Ellis? You like Mike Ellis?
I love
play
Mike.
for him?
Yeah.
You play for him? Play for Mike Ellis?
I'd play for Mike Ellis.
You play for Mike Ellis? Quarterback?
I would.
You play quarterback for Mike Ellis?
Did you?
Be a Fitch Falcon? Whaler football. I love my buddy.
I love Mike Ellis.
In motion, Calendar. He gets the ball, a jet sweep, turns the Jets on, gets to the outside, and gets up to the 45-yard line. I think that'll be enough for a first down. Jalen Calendar that time showing the speed and a little bit of power at the end.
A bit of a stretch play that time for Calendar. A little sweep or whatever comes across the formation. Picks up 9 yards.
I'm going to mark him short, yep.
That's the end of the third quarter, Casey. We'll take a break, but he needs more touches in the fourth quarter.
I agree. Let's find out what happens. Fourth quarter action coming up. You're watching Game Day live on A.com.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
We are back ready for fourth quarter action here at Canamela Field. The East Lyme Vikings on a Scotty Galbo touchdown reception moments ago have taken the lead over New London 19-13. And we're entering fourth quarter action. New London with the football, 2nd and 1, and they are at their own 44-yard line. Fourth quarter, Sports Doctor says, get Jalen Calendar the football more.
I would think so.
Sounds like a good idea to me. From the shotgun, Prats sends Calendar in motion. Hands the ball to Calendar. Cuts it back inside, and he's going to be stopped. Maybe loses a yard as Galbo comes up and pops him, and it's going to be 3rd and a yard, no gain.
Yeah, good penetration up front by Hart on that play case. He kind of blew it up, kind of got Calendar off of his step, and your guy Galbo comes in, hits him, brings up a big 3rd down for this New London offense.
I want to see Calendar with the football too, but what I'd like to see on this play is I'd like to see that jet sweep fake, and I'd like to see Williams,
right
Williams
up the gut.
right up the gut.
Right up the gut.
Yep. That'll bring up 3rd and a yard. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be. This is, to me, down 6. You're going for it on 4th. There's two cracks at it.
Yeah.
I'm not punting this football away. First thing the
No,
Whalers need to do is
not right there, right?
Get a good snap, get a good run. There's Calendar in motion, and he gets the football. He's going to have a first down. He's going to break a tackle, and he'll be just over the 45-yard line to about the 47, and that'll be first down Whalers.
It comes in motion. He's got a bit of a head of steam already on him, so he gets the ball and just turns it up north-south. A good piece of running that time by Calendar.
So that's going to bring up a first down Whalers, and they're knocking on East Lyme territory, and very quick moving here in the fourth quarter.
I always thought it was, creative, the creativity of some of these coaches on how to get their playmakers the ball. And then you saw a different dimension right there. We haven't seen that quite yet, where he comes in motion. He always comes in back into the backfield, Casey. Snap comes, and then he gets in north-south, get the first down.
Calendar throws his towel. Actually, that's Williams throws his towel. Calendar in motion. They fake it to him, hand to Williams straight up the middle. And he's going to get about 2, and a great job maintaining his composure was Zach Todd. He was kind of knocked off his feet, and even while on his knees, stayed home.
Yeah, stayed home, and then Hunter Lewis, in his linebacker position, number 15, met Williams in the hole and made a big hit.
That's going to be 2nd and 8, and Williams, I think he thought he had a little more.
There was room there, but again, you talk about Todd, and then you talk about Hunter Lewis coming in just making a play.
So Pratt will stand from the shotgun again. Same formation. In motion comes Calendar once again. Stands to his left. Wants the football. Good snap. Fake to Williams. In the flat. It goes behind Calendar. And dangerous. That was almost a lateral. And Caleb Smith is the reason that play didn't work. That was a well-designed play.
Yeah.
But Caleb Smith decided he was going to blow that one up.
He's one of those big guys up front for Rudy Bagos and his team. Number 50. Junior.
Yeah, 37.
Defensive lineman.
Yeah, that's a well-designed play. The fake to Williams is supposed to freeze the linebackers and get Calendar in the flat, but it didn't. But Williams wasn't having it.
Am I thinking 2-down territory here if I'm calling plays?
It depends on what they get here. If it's 3rd and this long, no.
3rd and 3?
Yes.
All right.
5 or less. Gonna throw. Pratt's time. Now he's pressured. Picks up a block from Williams. Throws it high, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, Hunter Lewis. And a turnover by the Whalers puts East Lyme in business.
That ball floated on Frankie Pratt's. Ball was overshot. Hunter Lewis went up and got it. That's tough. Triple coverage down there. The quarterback is trying to make a play. Just couldn't deliver.
He had all the time in the world. Williams picked up the big blitz coming from the edge, and it was there. But the danger, we saw him throw the ball well, rolling left.
Right.
That time he didn't quite get his shoulders around and it floated.
It floats on you. That's right.
So East Lyme, with 9.5 minutes remaining, would really love to sustain a drive as they have the ball at their own 38-yard line. And East Lyme is very content to take their time. And the officials are whistling. And for some reason the players are coming out. Do we have a timeout?
Yeah, I got a man down over there.
We got an East Lyme guy on the knee.
He's tying his shoe. Or
yeah.
Equipment
malfunction.
Shoe came off. Yeah. Hunter Leza, number 18.
So here we go. First down East Lyme. And the Whalers a little out of sorts, and they get things figured out. Perry's going to try to get a snap off here. And he does. Toss left to Hart. Nice block from Galbo. Nice stiff arm from Hart. And nothing doing, though. Great job of team defense there as Mustafa Dinette flew up and finally cleaned it up. But that was a nice job up till that point. East Lyme did everything right. New London did everything right.
Blocked it, and then the pursuit for the London Whalers got there and made good tackle on the outside.
I mean, that was everything, right?
Galbo made a nice block on the edge.
Yep.
Hart made a good power run, stiff arm.
But New London just strung it out.
Yep.
And, ultimately, the sideline becomes the tackle.
Yeah, he's the extra defender.
Just gets stretch.
Pursuit gets there, that's right.
So, second down, and not much there. 2nd and 9. Perry from the shotgun, as always. Delayed handoff goes to Hart. Hart up the middle. He'll have about 4, and he churns forward. Nice tough running by Blaine Hart that time. And they're going to mark him down, I believe, at the 45-yard line, which will make it a 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. Bollinger on the tackle for the Wailers. Number 33, Jeremiah Bollinger. We've been calling his name for a few years now, the senior. He started making big plays as a sophomore. And we have another player down on the field. A little cramp action, you think?
Yep.
And right in front, yep. Stretch it out.
Stretch it out. When's the last time you got a cramp from doing anything athletic?
Does sleeping count? Because I occasionally will get a toe cramp in my calf.
Yeah, a toe cramp.
Calf cramp.
Calf cramp, all right.
I'll cramp up in my sleep because in my sleep, I'm imagining doing something athletic.
Hurdling.
I'm probably imagining myself running.
Yeah.
But
sure.
I cramp. Actually, that's not true. I cramped up the other day. I got a foot cramp. Walking from the couch to the refrigerator. I was going to get some iced tea.
Of pizza?
No, I was going to get some iced tea.
Cold pizza.
And the cramp on the foot came up, which,
I get cramps on my toes every once in a while. It's going to sound kind of odd, but my toe will straighten right out. And
that doesn't surprise me, sportsman.
No, I mean, just
cramp in action for the Wailers, Joe Lucas.
Yeah.
That's a cramp that he earned.
Yeah.
By being all over the place tonight. He's trying to run it off, and there is nothing worse than when the cramp is resolved. How it just sits there tight.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yep.
Oh, you got to do everything. And you're going to cramp again. You know it's going to happen again. Big 3rd down here for East Lyme. 3rd and 4. Perry fakes the handoff, throws out in the flat to a wide open Owen Robbins, and Robbins will have a 1st down up to the 41-yard line. That was a good play by East Lyme.
Yeah, great job by Noah Perry standing in there. He took a shot and delivered a pass on the outside to Robinson. Nice job in the play fake. Throws the linebackers. Robbins leaked out in the pattern. I like that play call. And a lot of guts that time by Noah Perry. He got his bell rung.
Yeah, Retrell Perry was right in his face. And I don't know, Perry to Perry. And they met in the middle. Said hi.
I was sitting and watching, and I am watching the quarterback the whole way. He got flattened.
And Owen Robbins was open, and that was a very well-designed play.
Yep.
And I like what Robbins did, which was not to try to do anything too fancy.
Turn it upfield.
Got some
that
yards.
hole underneath was wide open. Take what the defense gives you.
So big 1st down for East Lyme. Under 9 minutes, 8.5 remaining here in the ball game. They have a 6-point lead. There's a little Statue of Liberty draw. Hart cuts it outside. He'll have about 6 or 7 yards on 1st down. Blaine Hart doing a nice job that time of bouncing to the outside.
Again, the draws and screens, trying to slow down the pursuit of the London defense. Yeah, he's played a good football game, huh? Welcome back to the field, Blaine Hart.
Yeah, Blaine and Cam both tonight doing a lot of good things. The first time, again, they've been on the field together this year. We go back to game 1 when we had East Lyme, and we're surprised to find out that he had broken his leg, and so it's good to have him back.
East Lyme chewing some clock here, too. 8:09 left to go in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 3. Lucas hands the ball off to Hart again, and not much there this time. The Wailers run to the football, and Gonzalez comes off the pack, as does Perry, and it's going to be no gain, and it'll bring up another big third down.
Big third down for the London defense. Definitely 4-down territory, like you're pointing me for, yes. But it's huge for this London defense because East Lyme picks up the 1st down. Can't chew off another couple minutes of the clock.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is, can't you see New London tying this thing at 19 and an extra point to the side decides this thing? I mean, that would be so fitting with what we've seen this year. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Big hole and a 1st down. Noah Perry Jeffcoat brings him down, but not until he's up over the 30-yard line to the 27.
Well, that's not the first time Coach Rudy Bagos has gone to the well with Noah Perry on a big third down play. Calls his number. You know, he does just what he needs to do. Picks up 7 yards, Casey, in a big-time play. He's impressed me with his feet today. He really has. He's played a good ball game.
I'm kind of surprised that the Wailers haven't had a spy on him on those third down, fourth down plays. Just say, come up and fill.
Yep. Nah, it's you know what, that little, it's not even a read option. It is a fake quarterback keeper all the way.
So first down, and this snap will go off with 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. Handoff. Not much there. That ball went to Nate Jean. And Jean gets a yard. Clock running, and it'll be 2nd and 9. But you're right here. This is no rush, 4-down territory. They don't want to give this ball back to New London until maybe 3 minutes left. They want to eat another 3.5 minutes off this clock.
Yeah.
And if they don't score, they're like, you got to go the whole way.
I mean, if East Lyme could pick up another first down this drive, it'd be trouble for New London. Pick up another first down and score.
Perry fakes the handoff, throws, tipped. He had Galbo, and Perry took a lick as Bollinger came flying in along with McNeil, and they popped Perry.
And Clayton Smith, number 22, on a deflection, I do believe, and Galbo was open. But Clayton Smith got a big mitt on the ball, knocked it down.
Speaking of big third downs, this is a little different. 3rd and 11. That's a little different than the third and shorts that we've seen. And now New London can decide if they want to dial up pressure. And I'll be interested to see if New London puts a spy on Perry.
Yeah. Yeah, would it surprise you if Perry took off on his feet?
It would not.
Yeah.
This snap will go off with 6 and change. He's going to throw.
Pressure off the edge.
And there he goes. He rolls. He's from behind McNeil. Eric McNeil gets to him from behind, and it's going to bring up 4th and 9. Big play by McNeil.
Yeah, pressure off the edge that time by McNeil. He kind of crept up to the line of scrimmage at the last minute and chased down Noah Perry. 4-on-4 that time. McNeil's played a heck of a ball game. He came up, Casey, came up to the line of scrimmage. As soon as that ball was snapped, he came off the edge, and he tracked down Noah.
It'll be 4th and 11. Ball is sitting at the 28-yard line. They're going to have to. They're in no man's land right now, so they'll go for it. Big play for both teams. Clock running with 5.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
Keep an eye on Galbo.
Blaine Hart is the lone guy in the backfield. Perry, drop, time, now he's pressured, rolls right, throws deep, and Galbo makes a miracle reception. Touchdown, East Lyme. The juggernaut has struck. Go, go, Galbo with an improbable catch.
Keep an eye on Galbo, just what the doctor ordered that time. Scott Galbo, Noah Perry again hanging in, delivering the throw. This kid has impressed me to no end tonight.
He was covered. The position was there.
Ball was underthrown.
And he just went up and got it. And that extends East Lyme's lead to 25-13. And with 5 minutes and a half left, it puts New London in a very awkward position as Anglin comes in for the extra point for the Vikings. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick sails up and through by Anglin. 26-13, it's a 2-touchdown game now for East Lyme with 5:15.
That's a gutsy call on 4th down by Rudy Bagos right there, too.
Well, I like the play call because he was going to either, well, obviously score a touchdown, but if it didn't succeed, it's a punt.
It's a punt, yeah.
It's a punt. You know, if he gets picked off, it's a punt. Actually, it would have been interesting to see if the New London kid tried to knock it down instead of intercept it because, you know, that's one of those headsy plays. But New London will have a...
They're doubled up right now. They're down 26-13.
They're going to need a kickoff return here, and they're going to need to score fairly quickly, get the ball back. It's a lot to ask. Game day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, convenient, and affordable dental care you and your family deserve. Visit us at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. we'll be back next week. Another football game on tap. Good one next week.
Yeah.
Killingly and NFA here on game day.
Mike DeMaro on the sidelines now.
No, he's just braving the cold. Anglin will kick, and it's a line drive kick. Bounces once over the head of Calendar. It's loose.
Trouble.
This is going to be a problem. It's still loose.
Oh, his knee was down.
And Marquise White picked it up, but he was on the ground when he did, and that's just a disastrous kickoff for the Wailers. They're going to have it on their own 2-yard line. And the Whalers sort of coming apart at the seams here a little
mistakes. Yep.
And it wasn't that long ago. It was 13-12 New London.
Yeah.
It's now 26-13, and they're sitting on their own 2-yard line.
Down 2 scores with 5:08 left to go.
So a long way to go for New London. So all they need to do is in 5 minutes, go 98 yards, get the ball back, and score again. And make both conversions. That's all. Pratt's from the shotgun. Snap is good. He's going to throw. Sideline route is caught by Jeffcoat, and he goes out of bounds after a gain of 7, and I'll stop the clock as he gets up to the 10-yard line.
Pratt's is going to be called upon to throw the football here in the last 5 minutes of this game. No doubt about that. East Lyme will bring some pressure to play a little safe. I'd bring the pressure.
Down here? Absolutely.
Yes, you would.
Sure, because, even if you give up a 90-yard touchdown, so what?
One safety and Galbo.
Pratt's to throw. Pressure. Avoids, throws, and it's knocked down. Intended for Jeffcoat, but Robbins got there first.
Robbins almost jumped that route and had himself a pick 6 right there, too. Robbins has played defensive back very well tonight. You saw the knockdown on the play in the corner with Calendar, and you see this time, too, coming across with the left hand. I'm going to show you that again. Coming across with the left hand, knocking the ball down.
When you go on the field later and you're going to talk to Scotty Galbo, he's going to be one of the guys you talk to, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to ask him, what's more fun, pick 6, laying somebody out, or going up and stealing a touchdown? He's done everything tonight.
Yeah.
3rd and 3 for the Wailers. Pratt's going to keep it himself. He'll have a first down, a little bit more. Cuts it back inside, crosses the 25, almost to the 30-yard line. Francisco Pratt's gets a first down for New London.
New London's biggest play on the offensive end in the second half by far. Frankie Pratt's doing it with his feet.
So now I'm going to change and say no more pressure, soft zone, give them 5 and 6 at a time.
Yeah.
Because you're down 4.5 minutes left. You just want to make sure they don't score with much time. Make them earn it all. You can't give up a big play now. Pratt's going to throw, looking for a big play. Has his man and just over the reach of Ziegler at the 40. That would have been a big play. Ziegler had a step on Mason Senkow, but he just got overthrown.
Good throw that time by Pratt's, just a little too much mustard on it. I like the call, almost a bit of a wheel route on the outside. Ziegler started at the numbers, Casey, and then took it down the sidelines. Just a half a step short.
So bring up 2nd down and 10. 4.5 minutes remaining. Pratt's going to throw. Now he rolls. Throws out. Has his man. Pass complete. Still on his feet. Cutting it back up inside. Clayton Smith. Clayton Smith is off to the races. Mr. Smith goes to the end zone for the Wailers.
73 yards on the pitch and catch from Pratt's to Clayton Smith. Boy, he caught that ball on the outside on the sidelines, took it back up the middle, and turned on the Jets.
So what did we say? No big plays. Make them earn it.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. The question becomes, you don't even have to necessarily onside kick it.
No. 70-yard pitch and catch.
First things first, Ziegler comes in for the extra point.
Boy, is that kid fast in the open field, huh?
They got
Give him a little bit of space. They got some kids who can fly.
Yeah, they can run. They can really, really move it. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it is
no good.
No good. And that was Roderick Pratt's. on the extra point. I don't know what happened to Ziegler.
Well, push right that time.
Little shove, so of course that makes it 7. So now the question becomes, if you score, if you're New London and you score.
Go for 2?
You going for 2? You want the win?
Yeah, I would, definitely. What would Tom Osborne do? He would go for 2. And he lost to Miami. Howard Snellenberger. Bernie Kosar, national championship that year.
Ah, yes, I love
81.
I loved Bernie Kosar.
83, I'm sorry, 83.
Yeah, that was Mike
Rozier? Mike Rozier. 83 Heisman that year.
See, I can remember. I remember some.
82 was Charles. 82 was Marcus Allen. 81 was Charles White. No, check that. 81 was George Rogers from South Carolina. 82 was Marcus Allen. 83 was Mike Rozier.
84?
Flutie.
85?
Bo Jackson.
86?
Vinny Testaverde.
87? No,
Tim Brown.
Attaboy. Good job. All right.
I can keep going. It's terrible, isn't it?
It is. Ziegler's going to kick off for the Whalers. Ball at their own 40-yard line. Let's see if they go onside. They don't. They pooch. Dangerous, and it's caught. And down at the 32-yard lines is Max Karen.
Just don't cough it up right there. Just fall down on it.
4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. East Lyme up 26-19. And Whalers with the full slate of timeouts and a lot of time left. East Lyme's going to have to get a first down, or else New London's going to get the ball back with a decent amount of time.
2 timeouts, too. Yep.
Will Rudy Bagos do anything tricky, like put it in the air?
No.
Or is this 3
No,
runs?
this is Hart or Perry on the ground.
And you got to put a spy on him. Go Galbo goes out wide right with Cam Hart and Owen Robbins. Blaine Hart's in the backfield. Perry on first down. Hands the ball off to Hart. And nothing there. As Hart is hit for no gain at the 35-yard line. And the Whalers are not going to take a timeout yet.
Gonzalez was just in the hole waiting for Hart that time.
And now the Whalers.
Gonzalez played a good game.
Yeah, the Whalers, are they taking the timeout here? Or
No.
Flag on the play.
Gonna be holding.
Oh, this could be bad, too.
A dead ball foul.
Dead ball, personal foul against New London, and that is a killer.
Johnny Burns again wants an explanation.
Helmet to helmet, they're saying, I believe. Joe Lucas went over and hit his head like they're calling helmet to helmet. That brings it up to midfield, but more importantly, automatic first down.
Yeah.
The only saving grace for New London is it stops the clock, and they're sort of back to where they were.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to get the ball back here. That's a tough penalty after no gain on Hart. So first down at midfield. Vikings up 7. Clock runs 3:35. Perry taking all the clock he can. Keeps it himself. Avoids McNeil and brought down after no gain, and New London will have to take one of its timeouts.
McNeil is just selling out right now from his safety position at every play. Just coming off the edge, just kind of blowing it up in the backfield.
I am shocked they're not.
No timeout. No.
You know why? Because they only have 2.
Yeah.
So they're going to take them after the next 2 down. They'll take them after second and third down.
Yeah.
Which means if they do it right, 2.5 minutes, 2:20. Well, no, they're going to get this play off here. Then the clock should stop immediately. Another play, clock should stop. They should get the ball back if they stop. No, 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
It'll be over 2 minutes if they do it right.
If East Lyme gets a first down, the game's over.
Well, game is over. Correct. Perry from the shotgun. Handoff, straight up the middle. Hart falls loose. Ball's loose. And I think East Lyme miraculously recovers. The Whalers had 2 cracks at it. Instead, it's a 9-yard gain.
Wow.
And who fell on it? The juggernaut. Go Galbo on the spot.
Well, if one guy's going to pick you up, it's going to be Galbo. Wow.
And New London's not calling a timeout?
No. Third down and 3.
And now, obviously, this clock will be a minute and a half.
Wow, I'd call timeout here.
I'm not exactly sure why.
This is the play of the game right here.
Well, that was a huge play. New London, that ball bounced up.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to go the other way. Yeah. Wow, 3rd and 3. Under 2 minutes. Look for Perry on a keeper. Galbo in motion. Perry keeps it himself. breaks a tackle, and cleaned up.
He didn't get it.
Nope, cleaned up before he got there.
Johnny
4th
Burns
and 3.
running out there to call timeout.
With 1:36 remaining, it'll be 4th and 4. Trayvon Christian with the hit. He's limping. He's beaten up. He's been on and off the field.
Yeah.
But when the sophomore needed his energy most, he got it. And it's timeout New London with 1:36. Now, you're Rudy Bagos. You got to kick it from here. You got it.
Well.
You're going to give them the ball at midfield?
No.
So you got to kick it.
I guess.
Listen, they have no.
I'm
they have
waffling.
one or no timeouts. It's a minute. You want to make them go the whole field with a minute and a half. You cannot.
Yeah, we
give
just
them
saw a
short
little
field.
screenplay to number 22 with 73 yards. So.
I mean, granted, they're a big play team, so you can't give them a short field. You're thinking, I got to get a first down here and put it away.
I think he's going to go for it.
Go for it. End the game right here.
Yes.
Say, this game's over.
Yes.
Or else turn my defense on.
Yes.
All right.
I think he's going to do it. I think he's talking to Noah Perry over there.
I'm with you. I'm down.
He's going to go to his best play he's got on 4th down. He's going to go for it. This is it. They're on the road. This is the ball game. Set it up.
4th and 3. Ball is on the 43-yard line of New London. 1:36. East Lyme up 7. In motion. Galbo. Perry rolls right. Has time. In the flat. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Jeffcoat on the tip. The Wailers will have a shot at their own 43-yard line.
Talk about giving life to another team. Throwing the football on 4th and 3. My goodness.
Rolled right. He was looking for Galbo. They were
Ball
not going to
tipped at the line of scrimmage.
But they weren't letting Galbo catch that ball. And Jeffcoat made the interception. And East Lyme's lucky he didn't go down the sideline. And instead, it'll be first down New London at the 43.
And East Lyme is going to call timeout.
That's a momentum timeout right there.
Wow,
He wants to settle things down.
Settle his defense down. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he threw the football on 4th and 3.
Give both teams credit. There's no quit in either side.
Good football game.
What will New London dial up? Will they go down? Minute and a half. Are they going to use the middle of the field? Are they going to go to the sidelines? I do not know. Listen, if we're not careful, you won't be speaking to Scotty Galbo at all. You're going to be speaking to somebody else. If New London pulls this thing out, you can talk to the whole team.
Yeah.
Bring them all over.
Talk to the linebackers. Gonzalez.
They're still a long way away. They're down set. They need to go 50-plus yards. 50.
Oh, here you go. Frankie Pratt's now is going to make a play.
57 yards in a minute 29, and a conversion to tie or a 2-point to win. They're a long way away.
One timeout, partner.
But this field has had a lot of magic in it over the years. Can the Wailers pull a rabbit out of their hat? In motion, Calendar. He gets the ball around the edge, breaks a tackle, and wisely goes out of bounds as he crosses midfield. Heads up play, stopping the clock by Jalen Calendar.
Yeah, nice play. A little jet sweep right there by Calendar. Runs out of bounds, 8 yards. Cross midfield.
Ball at the 49-yard line of East Lyme. Sometimes games here on this field just feel a little magical, whether New London Killingly, New London Montville.
Yeah.
There have been a bunch of times where there just felt like there was a little magic in the
London
air.
NFA.
And right now, it just feels like this thing's going to have something left in the tank. Something interesting is still going to happen. 2nd and 2. Pratt's time, steps up, has a first down at the edge, yes.
Right at the stick. Tackled in bounds. Oh, no, out of bounds. He's tackled in bounds. The clock will stop for the spot.
So it's a first down, and New London's going to have to hustle
They
up on
gotta
the
go.
ball as the clock's going to run here in a second.
As soon as it's spotted.
With 1:13. Ball is right on the 47-yard line.
Clock is running.
Yeah, they got to get up on the ball.
They got to go.
This is where you need to call 2 or 3 plays at a time. He can't keep looking at the sidelines.
Scripted.
Because now we're under a minute. Under a minute here at Canamela Field. Pratt's gonna throw. Deep. Has a man open and he overthrows Ziegler. And Ziegler again had beaten Mason Senkow, and Pratt's just put too much on the football.
Yeah, no pressure on Frankie Pratt. He's got to hang in there, and he's got to let his guy get downfield to make a play on the football.
Man,
Threw
Ziegler.
it a little too soon. Ziegler's been behind the defense now a couple times.
Ziegler went right past Senkow with the ball in the air. Too much speed, but just overthrown by Pratt's. And you want to watch a house come down, you see a pass like that get caught, this place will come down. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. And we're going to get a timeout.
False start.
False start.
False start.
They got to get right on the ball because they're going to move 5. It's 45 seconds left. They got to get right on the ball. Don't huddle. Get right on the ball. You're running the same play. Get on the ball. You got to know you're running the same play. Come on now. 45 seconds. This thing's going to go. Pratt's pressure, stepped up. Wisely keeps it, being chased, looking to throw. Throws, and it's caught. Caught right at the sticks at the 37-yard line. Is it enough for a first?
Boy, Ziegler went down and got that football at his shoestrings right on the sidelines. And it's a first down.
35 seconds remaining. The clock is running. New London under the ball, and they're going to spike it. And they do with 29 seconds, about 30 seconds left.
One timeout, too, in their back pocket.
What a catch by Ziegler.
Ziegler was on the sidelines and went down to his shoestring and got that
There was no way I thought he could get down and get that ball.
He had to come back for it, too, Case.
29.7 seconds. Why do I have a feeling that the .7 is going to matter? You know what I mean? Normally I'd say that's closer to 30. I don't think so. I think that's 29.7. 26-19 East Lyme, New London trying for the magic. Last night was Halloween. They're looking for all the ghosts of Whalerville. Pratt's pressured. Flag. It's going to be a hold. Pratt's goes out of bounds, but I think they're going to get the Whalers on a hold.
There was a flag on the play.
Look at number 68, Dante Henry, the guilty party that time. It is holding.
Holding against New London with 23 seconds remaining, which means New London's now going to be in they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to air it out. They're going to have to throw it down and hope for a play.
One timeout left.
Middle of the field and use your speed, but now you're talking about 2nd and 25 now. Ball going all the way back to midfield, basically.
They'll bring up a 2nd down and 20 for New London.
What a football game.
It has had its moments. Are there any left? Who's going to make a play? Will it be the Whalers or the Vikings? Pratt's has time and overshoots his intended receiver, Clayton Smith. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long. And now New London has to consider if they want to use the middle of the field, they're going to have to call that last time out.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they're going to be able to get 25 yards unless they use the middle of the field. What's your
right now you got to take what the defense gives you.
What's your 3rd and 25 play? You know,
I don't know.
18.4 seconds.
Yeah.
You got to figure.
You can use the middle of the field because you still have a timeout.
You got to get to the 30-yard line at least for that last crack at it, though.
Right.
Because I don't know that they're going to have. What do you have? 3 plays max?
3.
Because this is going to take a lot of time. 18.4. In motion calendar. Hands the ball off. It's a reverse. Going the other way is Ziegler. Ziegler gets a block. Needs another one, and he can't do it. Tackle for no gain, and the Whalers are going to take a timeout as Gasser makes the stop. It'll be 7 seconds from midfield.
Wow.
Give Gasser credit. He stayed home. That reverse would have put a lot of people going the other way. He stayed home, and it's going to be 4th and 25, but essentially it's 4th and goal.
Yes, it is. 4th and goal. Yep. Last time out, 7.37 seconds left.
What a game. $7.3. New London down 7, 7.3 remaining. Wailers looking for any magic they have left, but I'll tell you, it is almost dumb. Almost time to wrap it up. The Wailers have one last play. I suppose if you have a 4th and 50 play in your bag, now's the time. Well, we said they needed magic. Now they need a miracle. 4th and 25, essentially 4th and goal, 7 seconds remaining. Prats will air it out for the Wailers. Snap is good. He tosses the calendar, throws it back to Prats. Has time. He has to throw it down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. The buzzer has sounded, and the East Lyme Vikings have held on for a 26-19 win here at Canamella Field. It was all kinds of interesting, but the Vikings have held on. The sports doctor will be down on the field. There will be post-game interviews with Coach Rudy Bagos and some of the victorious Vikings. And as always, you can catch those interviews on social media, on Twitter and on Facebook as we move forward through the evening. And, of course, stay tuned for highlights of the game as well. But 26-19 is your final score here. Scotty Go-Go Galbo, the juggernaut, the hero for East Lyme. And I'm wondering if there was a penalty on the play or a whistle, because they're talking to Coach Johnny Burns right now, and the teams have not shaken hands yet. Oh, don't tell me there's something left. We have a dead ball. Dead ball. Penalty. Oh, we got a penalty against East Lyme. What the? I don't know what the call is. They didn't move the spot, so it's not a penalty. Was there was there an inadvertent whistle? How? We're running 4th down again with no time on the clock. I don't know why. Now, I don't know what a miracle on top of a miracle is. I don't know if you have a super duper miracle, but that's what you're looking at. 4th and goal from the 50. Prats to throw. Rolls to his right. Pressure. Just tosses it in the air. It's complete to Smith. And Smith will be brought down, and this time it's for real. This time, East Lyme has held on for a 26-19 victory over the New London High School Wailers. The sports doctor will be having an interview with Coach Rudy Bagos and the Happy Vikings. Next week, join us, NFA Killingly. Big rivalry game in the ECC. Killingly on pace for a home game in the States. A win over NFA would certainly solidify their status as the beasts of the ECC. For Peter Wappy, Mike DeMoro, all the crew, and the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, I am Casey O'Neill. It's been fun, everybody.
ECC tournament, they'll host Vacant Academy on Monday, November the 4th at 5 p.m. at the Conway Gymnasium. We thank you for your attendance at tonight's game and ask that you please drive safely on your way home. Thank you for your support of the Wailers throughout the season, and have a pleasant weekend. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you and good night. Your time now is 9:07.